nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to 420.
Uostarosta.
Huh.
Uostarosta.
What's he doing? That's odd. I'm sure I can fix it. I think.
We don't need your acceptance. We don't want your care and blessings now. True Kings is a sure investment. We want you to know you can't stop us now. Your futile attempts are just pathetic. Try if you want, but you can't top our style.
They trying to come at me, try to attack me, wanna bug zap me. Ain't made in no factory. If it ain't true kings, you buying the crap meat. What am I supposed to do with this? It's so redonkulous the way I maneuver this shit. People expected us to put out manure and shit, so I would just give up and move and just quit. Nobody ever circumnavigated Earth, north to south or south to north. Either which way you traveling, and where's the curve? There is no curve, you babbling. I go from happy to mad again. I'm as happy Madison. Whatever happened to Judge Judy's gaveling? See a boat go over the horizon, zoom in and bring it back again. You can see there's no curve even with half a brain.
We don't need your acceptance. We don't want your care and blessings now. True Kings is a sure investment. We want you to know that you can't stop us now. Your futile attempts are just pathetic. Try if you want, but you can't top our style.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination, It is an area which we call the mud zone.
Ho, ho, ho.
The world is flat. I'm here to ring the alarm with my puppet-like charm, straight from the barn. I'm talking about Flat Earth Farms, cause most don't know. They think we live on a globe, a ball that floats. So listen and take notes, and take it to a higher plane. Imagine yourself in all it contains, in all its glory, and Flat Earth Farms can take you there. Open your mind outside the box. No more staring at NASA's Photoshop. No more moon landings, no line to ya. No more people standing backwards in Australia. Just facts and pure truth, planning straight to the roots. Flat Earth Farms help you understand. A magical place on a wondrous land.
The world is flat, and that's a fact. Tell your friends next time you chat. Let them know a ball ain't that. Let's stay playing with the baseball bat. Cause we coming at the barn, a higher place, the Flat Earth Farm.
What are we gonna do tonight, Singe Man?
The same thing we do every night, Boston Ray. Try to take over the world.
Them globies munching on a bunch of snuffleupagus. You think we're cute? then why not cuddle up with us? We know it's flat, why you making such a fuss? My supper was the fucking best, that's just because the earth is flat. It hit me like an uppercut to my nuts. Earth is flat.
It's decrepit, it's nonsense, I'm done. Subatomic, bubonic, ascension, accumulation. We're doomed as a nation. Boomers, they are doomers. Blowing down to Satan, calling them Jesus when that's not even his name.
The world of science cares about you. Eureka! We found it. With the tools of science, we have invented, yes, hand sanitizer. But not just any hand sanitizer. This hand sanitizer was developed and approved by the Dark One himself. Here are a few of the things our product can bring you.
Bow wow run, he's my mighty puppy. Sir bow wow run, he's my mighty puppy. Sir bow wow run, he's my mighty puppy. Sir bow wow. Mud. You slept. Warning, the self-destruct system has been activated. Option to override self-destruct expires in 10 minutes.
We are live. What's up? Whoa.
But first,
crazy
a word about this
sound.
video's sponsor, GlassesUSA.com. When I was a teenager,
What? Whose is that? You? Is that you? Singe? Is that an ad?
I'll tell you, those these
I
sweltering summer
not quite sure.
evenings in the South.
Is that me?
I think I need to catch.
Is that Morgan? What is that? Can anyone else hear it?
I was watching.
Oh, okay. All right. It's all right. I wasn't sure. What the fuck is that?
I didn't know you're
You running ads on my stream, Morgan? Yo, well, how you doing, man?
I was watching. Yeah, right now. Plug it.
A Canadian television program. Yo, so listen up, Morgan.
It's actually a slash.
Oh, hold on.
Korean.
Before we get
Canadian. It's called
Morgan?
Korean.
It's Atari.
Canadian and Korean. It's
Yes.
Korean.
All right. Well, then you want to just get right to it, Morgan? Let's give
Right?
them hold it. Let's give them a shout out first. Let's give them a
The
shout
Korean.
out. We'll get to it in a second. We'll get to it in a second.
Hello, Warriors.
Morgan has made a breakthrough, I think, in everything.
Warriors.
And I'm very, very proud of Morgan.
Okay.
So we're gonna bring this up, but.
Okay, I'm gonna say hi.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna say hello. Calm
give him
down.
a shout out.
Hey, Warriors. This is Sparta. Or what's left of it.
So, trying to find
It's like
a good
6 months later, he still doesn't even know my introduction.
All right, let me see. I thought you were gonna give him a shout out. La, what's up? Dave the Damo. Late Night Live channel. Sub the Late Night Live channel. Boston Ray Mudfoot Adventures is here. Morgan's here. See anyone else yet? I saw Sue. Sue Finelli. Dave Synth 74.
My Sue finale.
Twilight Nights. Joe King.
Dave the Damo.
Carol Herring Truth Seeker. All right, why am I here tonight? I'm interviewing Morgan. That's why we're here tonight. So Morgan, what's going on, dude? So I saw you on your channel today. I posted it, but I know it was a great idea, but I know that you weren't going to get much attention on your channel. So I was like, let's bring him on. That was a break. That's really smart. So hold on. Let me screen share for a second. Okay. I got something prepared a little bit. I mean, a little bit. I'm not going all out, but what is this? Boom, baby. How you
Right on. Thank you, Ray.
Yeah.
Thank you. The only thing that I wanted, the only other thing that I wanted right now, you can hear me, right? I'm coming through all right?
Yes.
Okay,
all right, Morgan, you have the floor. And
all
hey,
right.
if you want me to share anything, or if you want to share anything, and you can screen share, just let me know, or I'll screen share it. Just tell me what to
start off with. If you recall Sandy from last night speaking about the letters and how they were made, and whether in the 1600s to the 1700s, in the yards and on gravestones, the way that they write the letters and everything, because there's a switch from the old world to the new world, and she's just stating that when you find things that are for sure old world. Well, one thing that I've known for sure is that when you've got towers to the dome, like you have in this Tetris here, when you've got something in Russia that's also kind of like Oriental, and it's got like, the Muslim stuff involved there, and it's got the Russian
onion domes.
The onion domes.
Look, Antiquitech
and the tower, the dome,
conical roof.
The conical roof, and the thing is, and you got like underneath it, and you got the architecture and everything. Well,
bricks. It's all bricks. You're moving bricks around.
Yeah, all the bricks everywhere. And there was a game that involved that I remember I had as a child. The first one I got for my Nintendo, actually, and it was a Tengen, a game from a company called Tengen, which is Atari.
Yeah.
Which is Atari, a game that I loved, or Tartaria.
Yeah. So Atari is a mammogram for an anagram, mammogram.
Frontwards, backwards.
A gram for Ann.
Yeah, it's for the word Tartaria. Mm-hmm. Because now with the Tengen Tetris, all right, there's always a big thing that they had the Russian, and it was even built on a Russian game of their ancient knowledge. And this is the thing, their ancient knowledge from the past.
It was built on a Russian game of their ancient knowledge from the past?
Oh, yes. That was a special that I also showed that spoke of what it was.
All right, let me find that. Hold on. Keep talking.
When they gave the history of the game, what it goes back to, and the game Go in China. So we're talking about, we'll be like, wait, Morgan, you just said Russia. That's right, because the ancient knowledge was combined between China and Russia.
No, he's completely right. Let me bring it up. I found it. Look, well, this is according to Wikipedia. Tetris,
right? My middle name is Reed. So
Russian is a puzzle video game created in '85. A Soviet software engineer. So it was created by the Soviets. It has been published by several companies on more than 65 platforms. setting a Guinness World Record. All right, whatever. In Tetris, players complete lines by moving differently shaped pieces, tetrominoes, bricks, which descend onto the playing field. So basically, it's like what? It's like a game of all the Tartarian buildings, of the Tartarian buildings crumbling. Basically,
you know what it is, though, Ray? Do you know?
And they're rebuilding it. It's like you're rebuilding the pieces from the broken civilization and putting them back together.
Right. Do you know what it actually is in the game, though? It's a well that goes underneath the starport and the Kremlins, and it goes underneath the forts. It goes underneath the Kremlin. It's a well. It's also how you lift up some of the heavier things by first building a thing and having it filled with water and then placing the pieces. But anyway, that's what Tetris is. Go. That's a well, and you place the pieces in, and they go down. And the scene changes in the color scene. Sometimes the background is sand for putting in. There's a certain way of putting in the pyramid. They're like, how do you build it? And I'm like, well, if you put in sand and then the blocks will drip, and there's a certain way to do it. But that's what the technology is. It's ancient technology also of how to build the architecture when you go down by first having the thing, filling it with water, then placing the pieces down or whatever your liquid is or your medium, sand, whatever. But first you fill up the well. And anyway, and then you build, and it goes down all the levels.
Let's watch this for a second.
And it was banned because it showed the Russian stuff.
Oh, really?
Yes, and they wouldn't. And they had this different version that came out for America before they even let it. They tried to get rid of it. And
so it used to have the Russian. It used to have the Russian on the front.
They got rid of the Kremlin. They got rid of the architecture. Inside the game, it would switch between 8 different architecture scenes. With the bricks, and then with stained glass windows, and then would come up Tartarians dancing to different songs, flipping and doing, and they were Mongolians, Chinese, and all Russians, because they were wearing different garbs.
Did you figure this out on your own, or did you see it somewhere?
I've read everything, and I lived it. Like, I watched it happening in real time when we got the game, and then how it disappeared, and then, hey, I've got this great game and like it had all these different modes. You could play 2 people at once. You could play 2 people versus each other, and all these different stages and then graphics. And then all of a sudden, Nintendo came out with this version that was like poor and made deliberately to be poor. And I'm like, why are they? And the thing is, it was an arcade game by Atari, which means Tartaria.
Hey, let's watch this for a second.
It was the joke heard around the world, the one by President Reagan about bombing the Soviet Union, and it resulted in a Soviet...
1984. The Cold War raged between
So bombing the Soviet Union would destroy buildings too.
2 superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. Major economic and political differences created a constant state of tension between the former allies. Capitalist United States experienced unprecedented economic growth. Apple released the highly anticipated Macintosh personal computer. Los Angeles hosted the 1984 Summer Olympics. 2 major blockbusters hit theaters.
Everyone that's watching, thumb this up. Post it.
Bruce Springsteen released his most successful record, Born in the USA.
Morgan's
the nation
favorite.
grew and prospered, socially and economically. But the communists...
That was Bruce Springsteen. That was his most successful record, but that was Morgan's favorite record of all time. He listens to it all the time.
Soviet Union was a stark contrast. The economy was stagnant.
Boss.
The cost of oil, one of the country's leading exports, declined. The country boycotted the 1984 Summer
Tetris.
Olympics, citing anti-Soviet hysteria. General Secretary Konstantin Chernenko was terminally ill. Mikhail Gorbachev waited in the wings. The country was 5 years into a conflict with Afghanistan. Citizens grew frustrated and had little money. The government enacted sweeping reforms to eradicate dissent and restore order. The 2 nations couldn't have been more divided. But that summer, a computer programmer in the Soviet Union created something special. It was a puzzle game that took the video game industry by storm and helped break the boundaries between the 2 superpowers.
Look at the background. Yes.
Look at all that. Look at the buildings.
Look at, and the letters go into each other in that way that Sandy was showing. It uses that stencil. Stencil, that's what it is.
Here we go. Here we go, putting the bricks back together.
Alexei Leonidovich Pajitnov was born on March 14, 1956 in Moscow. His mother was a journalist who reported on cinema, a somewhat controversial art form in the Soviet Union. His father was a philosopher, a writer, and a dissident of the communist regime. When Pajitnov was 11, his parents divorced. From then on, he and his mother lived alone in a one-bedroom apartment.
White Russian.
But their time together introduced him to pop culture. As a writer, his mother regularly attended the Moscow International Film Festival. Sometimes she brought young Alexei along and introduced him to films from around the world. He loved James Bond. He also loved math puzzles and board games, one of the few forms of entertainment available to children of the Soviet Union.
And board games,
One of his favorites was Pentominoes. The goal of the game is to arrange 12 unique puzzle pieces consisting of 5 blocks each into a rectangle. As a child in the 60s, Pajitnov witnessed the competition of space exploration between the United States and the Soviet Union. The USSR recruited scientists and engineers.
Of course they gotta throw something about outer space in here, right?
Yeah.
To give them an advantage. They hoped to draw children into the field by showing off the latest technology. As a result, 17-year-old Pajitnov was introduced to the computer. It left a lasting impression
Hold on, let me lower it for you. Go ahead.
on him.
Go ahead. What were you saying, Morgan?
It's involved in masonry. Okay, it's going to be about the rockets and the Russian. There's going to be an element of that, because just like there was an element in the Tenjin of putting out the Tetris, the company Tenjin, that's Atari, that guy, he put out successful baseball games, the most successful ones that ever came out. Tenjin for Nintendo, and it wasn't even Nintendo. It was these Tenjin. It was Atari baseball. But the reason would be because the guy from China that was making them, or from Japan, would have been a Mason, because like he would have been, like, you know what I'm saying. It's a fact. He wouldn't have been that high up in a company without being one. And baseball's their thing, like an honor thing. You know what I mean? A ritual part, right? So. Mm-hmm. Because when I heard it too, I'm like, oh man, that guy that made it too was like so deep in, like, baseball was just his thing, and he also made the programs for it. So anyway, yeah, just another.
I used to play Tetris on the Game Boy. You know, the Nintendo Game Boy, the handheld one. I used to
great
love it.
game for it. Yep, that was the best game for Game Boy. I remember that.
I remember the song too, the Tetris song.
I think, didn't it come with the Game Boy for a while? Like,
yeah, it came with the Game Boy. It was Tetris and Mario Brothers.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
They're the best games, man.
Mario Brothers was fun for Game Boy too.
Yeah, got Mario Brothers right there. Yeah.
He enrolled at the Moscow Institute of Aviation, where he earned his master's degree in applied mathematics. After graduating, Pajitnov joined the famous Russian Academy of Sciences in Moscow, where he landed a research position in the Dornitsyn Computing Center. But the computing center wasn't exactly at the forefront of technology. All employees used the same room-sized mainframe computer. Work conditions weren't ideal either. Pajitnov shared his desk with 3 other researchers.
They're complaining about that. I share the same mainframe with them over there, and the 3 other researchers. And Nancy's fucking Suzanne's always up my ass.
The same routine.
Oh, sorry, Suzanne, not Susan.
Almost every day. Wake up between 7:30 and 8 a.m. Eat a breakfast of sausage, eggs, and cottage cheese. Run some errands. Then arrive at the computing center by 10 a.m.
Sausage, eggs, cottage cheese.
I mean,
sounds good.
It sounds alright. I mean, if it was free for the rest of my life, I might take it. If they were like,
I guess getting paid if you work, free.
Yeah. If they were like, if you work for us, you're gonna have a breakfast of cottage cheese and eggs for the rest of your life for free, and we'll pay you to eat it. Sure, why not? Thank you.
It sounds like he didn't have to stand in the bread line for it either for hours on like the Saturday.
I would learn to embrace that shit.
Worked until midnight, which gave him some alone time in the evenings. Eventually, Pajitnov and a few other employees got an upgrade. Their own personal Electronica 60 computer workstation. It was a huge upgrade over the giant mainframe computers, but to the rest of the modern world, it was ancient.
It's still a piece of shit.
The Electronica 60 was a clone of the LSI-11 computer, a system that came out 9 years prior. The display didn't show any graphics, only alphanumeric characters. Pajitnov worked on artificial intelligence programs and speech recognition software. The latter caught the attention of the KGB, Russia's head security agency.
Wow, this Tetris thing goes deep, Morgan.
But in the evenings, Pajitnov and a few other researchers had the computers to themselves to work on their own side projects. One programmer was obsessed with Pac-Man, one of the few arcade games to make its way past the Iron Curtain. He spent hours trying to reverse engineer it. There was also Dmitry Pavlovsky, a fellow researcher and friend who programmed several games on the giant mainframe computer.
This stream will definitely get like 10 million views by the morning, but they'll only tell us like 100.
Stored away in the computing center. There was also a 16-year-old programming prodigy named Vadim Gerasimov. After impressing his computer science teacher, he was brought to the computing center to learn more about programming and assist with projects. Pavlovsky introduced Gerasimov to Alexei Pajitnov. The trio shared a love of computer games and programming, so they formed a team and brainstormed game ideas in the evenings. They hoped to package the games and possibly sell them, an extremely difficult endeavor in the Soviet Union. Pajitnov sat at his desk late into the night, brainstorming. He thought back to his childhood, when he spent hours playing pentominoes. Surely there was a way to translate this experience to the computer.
Let me speed these guys up. I don't want to watch this whole thing. I just want to get the...
If, then, let statements. Yeah, they could write it. Line 10, blue. Yep.
The good part. Yeah. Oh.
Right on. Yeah, just fast forward a little bit.
It wasn't satisfying. It would make it outside the halls of the Dornitsin computing. If you can
arrange
statements to the standard pen programming and assist with 12 to 7. In 6 days, Pajitnov completed his first version. He named it Genetic Engineering. The goal was simple. Arrange the pieces until they fit into a box. It worked, but there was just one problem. It was boring. Once a player figured out the solution, they had no reason to play again. The game needed to challenge and engage the player. So Pajitnov made the game more hectic. He narrowed the playing field to the center of the screen and had the pieces fall constantly. It was definitely more engaging and fast-paced, but that created a new problem. If you failed to complete a row, it stayed on the screen. If you completed a row, it stayed on the screen too. It wasn't satisfying, and the game ended too quickly. Pajitnov's next modification made the game addictive. As soon as the player filled in an entire row, it disappeared. The game could potentially last forever, and fitting the puzzle pieces together was a satisfying reward.
Yes!
Suddenly, he couldn't stop playing his new game. He even played during work hours, claiming to be debugging software. The game was naturally addictive, and didn't require any sort of tutorial or explanation. Pajitnov named the game Tetris, combining the Greek word tetra, meaning four, with his favorite sport, tennis. It had a basic scoring system, no sound, and no extra levels. But it was addictive, and easily the best game in the trio's computer game package.
The best game
But no one ever imagined Tetris would make it outside the halls of the Dornitsin Computing Center. It only worked on the outdated Electronica 60 computer. Tetris gained a small cult following at the Russian Academy of Sciences. Pajitnov wanted to expand his audience, but the only way to do that was to program the game for a more commonly available platform, the IBM PC. He approached the 16-year-old whiz kid, Vadim Gerasimov, and asked if he could assist. It would be a somewhat difficult task. Gerasimov needed to rewrite the entire program on a computer he'd never used before. But in only a few days, Gerasimov...
Definitely Gerasimov, Molotov, all these different guys, dude, they're definitely all Russians. Look, Moscow, 1986. USSR.
Yeah, they can do it in 4-bit cube.
So they're probably going to get into the part about how they had an original one with Russian buildings and they took them off. Here we go. Yeah, it's showing it right here.
Right on, bro.
All right, we'll let it play.
Gerasimov had a working prototype. He had a fully functional, widely compatible version ready in a few weeks. He added color to the tetrominoes, multiple levels, plus the ability to save your high score. Tetris was more addictive than ever before. However, the dream of selling their collection of games was falling apart. Starting a business, let alone a software business, was highly unusual in communist Soviet Union. Plus, they made Tetris at the Russian Academy of Sciences, which technically made the game government property. Pajitnov, Pavlovsky, and Gerasimov didn't want to see their hard work go to waste. They named their collection of games Computer Fun Fair and made copies, which they distributed to whoever was interested. One such person was Vladimir Pokilko, Alexei Pajitnov's friend and a clinical psychologist at the Moscow Medical Center. When he fired up Tetris at his workstation, he immediately recognized the addictive nature of the game. As rows of blocks disappeared, it gave the player an emotional high, fueling them to keep playing. Pokilko made copies of the game for his fellow employees. Soon the
change the speed, all the variables.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a quick 2-minute break, Morgan. I need to.
Yeah, all the different variables you can put into it.
But this is good. We're gonna get back to this because this goes deep. Morgan's been doing this research, and we need to highlight it.
It feels like we're in hell. I guess you people just don't know me very well. Everything I got, I earned it and I built it for myself. I didn't make this rap for you, I do it for my health. It's a prison well, so I live my life by the same rules I live by in the prison cell. I tried to help them out, and I wish them well in the wish wishing well. That missus on a mission to put you under the witch's spell. She's the arbiter of wrenches. She's eating shit for breakfast. Every time you see her go the other way, she's reckless. He's the truth among guru. Now you know who's who. And by the way, I think you and your stream the doo-doo. She's the arbiter of wrenches. She's eating shit for breakfast. Every time you see her go the other way, she's reckless. He's the truth among guru. Now you know who's who. And by the way, I think you and your stream the doo-doo. That stripped open my crown chakra. In high school, my nickname was the Clown Doctor. Cause I used to walk around town talking to all the people nodding out around Boston. I've been noticing a lot of people around me lately. Some real friends and some are faking. I put them to the test of Ray. I see them stressed for days. But let's behave, I'll never let you get the best of me. I better do this in sections. I'm smoking the champagne breakfast for breakfast. I'm reckless, but you don't want to test this. I'll put it on your checklist. At night my legs are restless. My rhymes are infectious. I strive for perfection, but I'm so lost I gotta stop and get driving directions. I sing a saloon in the afternoon after school. I'm asking you for more nasty food and a napkin too. You wanna try and lock me out? Don't talk about. You better wash your mouth. I'm a true king down south. She's the arbiter of wrenches, eating shit for breakfast. Every time you see her go the other way, she's reckless. He's the truth among guru. Now you know who's who. And by the way, I think your streams are doo-doo. She's the arbiter of wrenches, eating shit for breakfast. Every time you see her go the other way, she's reckless. He's the truth among guru. Now you know who's who. And by the way, I think your streams are doo-doo.
I don't need no wrench, I got my bat Lucille. Hurt your feelings? Yeah, I probably will. The truth really hurts when you like to pretend. Getting banned is a blessing when you know your true friend. Some say it's all shitty when you're up in the city. Yet I like to look around and everything's pretty. I guess I must prefer the nitty and the gritty. Everything's good, don't you know that it's pretty? I said, hey, about to come and spit the next verse. Leave you off in the hearse. Everything is Fred Durst and your Limp Biscuit ain't got nothing to say when I come back through on the truth relay. Yo, cause that's all that I know. I'm gonna spit this rhyme like the hip-hop flow. I like to freestyle a little bit and let it go, because that's when I really like your head to blow. But I don't even need to blow your head clear. I'm just aiming for your ear, because you know it's here. And what you wanna do, like Trump knew it's true, it's all fake. Don't you know that it's great? You're cooking up a steak, well I'm a vegetarian. Going to the church, let me tell you that it's Morrigan. Cause the monster in the parking lot is gonna have to go, because I'm gonna spit it so hard. Like it or not, it's just what I do. Let me spit it for you. Come back now and let you know that it's true. Let's try it again. Yo, two-time warriors, yeah, the true kings. Yeah, you know you watch Late Night Live, the joy it brings. When you're on, tuned into the channel, people can't get another. That's why they want to keep trying to imitate. Don't you know it's great? Everything we do now, yeah, we serve it on the plate.
Mr. Obvious, Morgan can hold the fort down. You never let Morgan hold the fort down. That's the rule. First rule. You never give Morgan full reins of your stream. No way.
I got ketchup on my ear.
Okay.
Yo.
Really?
I got
Really?
ketchup on my ear.
How are you doing? How are you doing? I haven't heard much from you tonight. I gotta talk sideways because I got my mic over
on my ear. And then
Mm-hmm.
we got I'm working out, doing the same old thing, lots of art. I'm doing art right now. And I'm working on an emoji for the chat. What's it called? Those little things for the chat room?
Yeah. What is it?
What's those called?
I don't know.
Oh, the membership emojis.
Oh, nice. Nice. More custom emojis.
Oh, yeah, that's a custom emoji.
So the memberships.
Well, this one is for...
So we do have memberships, yeah. Go ahead.
This one's for John Keeley.
Oh, you already got one for him.
I'm making a special John Keeley one.
I got a whole bunch of emojis. You can do whatever you want. I'll put them in. Just give me whatever you want.
No, he needs... Oh, it's for John Keeley.
Oh. Oh,
see?
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
He deserves his own emoji, right?
Yeah. All right, well...
All right.
Well, it's a van with flames coming off of
This
it.
This is about to get good right now.
And a wheelchair.
Let's go. So, have you been paying attention to? Have you been following us on the Tetris thing? Are you up to date, Singe?
Kind of like you know.
Okay, so
you know what Atari
just to
is,
recap,
right? Did you
yeah,
ever play Atari?
Tartaria.
Actually,
it was made by a bunch of Russians, and it's a bunch of Tartarian architecture buildings basically crumbling, and then
Chinese too. Remember that? All Tartaria, all 4 sections, like
Can I
Tartaria,
bring it in a different
Orientar,
direction?
all of it.
What's up, Singe?
Can I bring it in a different direction for a second?
You can go wherever you want.
Atari. Okay, well, Atari is another name for Hathor, the ancient Egyptian god.
Oh, cool!
In Meoretic, Atari. Meoretic is an ancient thing where basically is where Sumeria.
That's one of the architecture
Sumerian.
as well. Egyptian, Sumerian, yes, and Russian. Yes, man, that's one of the architectures that is based. Wow, Egyptian,
click on this
Babylon. Yes, man.
So the
Roman
Meoretic
and Greek. Yes.
What's up, John Keeley?
Hold on, let me click on it again.
That's right.
Okay. So the Meoretic language is spoken in where Sudan is today in present day. Wherever Sudan is, that's where Meoretic was spoken. And they would say Atari, meaning Hathor, ancient Egyptian, house of Horus, a sky deity. She was the mother of consort of the sky god Horus and the sun god Ra. Okay.
Do you see the moon, Ray? Nobody put that up there. That was already there. The Horus, the moon.
I'm going to share it really quick here.
Do you see it, Ray? It's your screen.
Where?
On your screen. On the top. The moon. It's been there.
Yeah, Singe Man put it there.
No, it's been there the whole time, Ray.
Yeah, I know.
Atari.
It was in the game Tetris as well.
Really? That moon?
When you were playing it, yes.
Yeah. It's a watermark. It's a watermark, Morgan. It's my watermark.
So here's the word.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
When you pay for StreamYard, they give you a watermark. You can put whatever you want there. Look, I have a few different ones. Look.
Pay attention.
Cool, Hathor mark.
I have a late night live one.
Meoretic.
Change it. I got a jam
spoken where Sudan is today.
I got a level.
Yeah, Sudan. Yeah.
It's Hathor. A variety of roles. As a sky deity, she was the mother of the sky god Horus and the sun god Ra. So Atari was a she, Hathor. That's what I found out. And then check us out. Ready for this, everybody? Ha 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 ha. Dun, dun.
Rainbow Bridge, yeah.
Dun,
the pillar that goes up like this with the base.
This
for
is
Atari.
a map. I want to show everybody really quick for a funny thing. This is a map of the largest employers in each state. Oh shoot! I'm trying to share screen. I guess I missed.
What are you trying to do?
It. Hold on.
You want?
Let me do again. I messed it up. Present. Share screen. This map shows the largest employers in each state. Like that?
Yeah. Walmart.
That's the largest employers in each state.
Oh, yeah.
Walmart.
Isn't that cool? So anyway, that's the Atari, and that's my funny thing for today. Go! Now you take it away.
All right, go ahead.
Kyoko feared the game would interfere with their work, so he destroyed every copy in the medical center. But the game found its way back. Rather than fight it, Kyoko thought the game could be useful in studying addiction. A unique two-player version was developed specifically for the Moscow Medical Center by Pajitnov and Gerasimov. By 1986, Tetris spread like wildfire throughout the Soviet Union. Almost anyone with access to an IBM PC had some form of the game. Pajitnov didn't make a penny, but he was excited about the popularity of the game. But it was only the beginning. Eventually, Tetris made its way outside the Soviet Union, which ignited an epic battle to cash in on the puzzle game.
What's up, Sean?
Wow.
Wow, look at that Antiquitech.
With its simple and addictive gameplay mechanics, Tetris took over the free time of Soviet workers.
Oh, yeah, I gotta say
One such
something
person
about
was
that.
Alexei Pajitnov's boss. He shared a copy with some colleagues at the SZKI Institute of Computer Science in Budapest, Hungary. They loved it. Some students at the institute even ported the game to the Commodore 64 and Apple II, two popular
They
home
what?
computers in the
They
Western world.
loved
With that,
it.
Tetris officially crossed the Iron Curtain. In
Okay,
a sense,
they
Hungary was the
loved
Western world's closest connection to Soviet life. It was under communist rule, but after the 1956 revolution, the Hungarian government passed major economic reforms to create a more open, free market. One of Hungary's most popular exports was the Rubik's Cube, created by Erno Rubik in 1974. Hungary was the place to go for business people looking to license Eastern products to Western audiences. One such businessman
all the
was
old
Robert
world
Stein,
buildings.
owner of the
They
British
worship
software
it.
company Andromeda
Okay,
Software.
Hungry,
After selling computer hardware in the
hungry,
80s, Stein switched to a much more profitable business, selling software. But rather than look for potential new games in the UK, he found his talent in his native country of Hungary. His business model was simple: find a game, sell it to a publisher in the West, and collect royalties on sales. Stein frequently visited the SZKI Institute of Computer Science for new titles, and in 1986, he noticed someone playing a game in the corner of the computer lab. It was Tetris. "What the hell is this?" he asked. "Oh, it's just a game," an employee replied. Intrigued, Stein tried the game for himself. He wasn't a gamer, but he couldn't stop playing Tetris. It was a surefire hit. He immediately went to the director of the institute and inquired about licensing. But the director sheepishly admitted that the game wasn't theirs. If Stein wanted to license Tetris, he would have to make a deal with the Soviet Union. But that was easier said than done. Russia's economy was still very closed off. The chances of Stein simply flying to Moscow and brokering a deal was slim to none. But the director did have one line of communication. He had the number to the Russian Academy of Sciences telex machine. Stein sent a telex message stating that he wanted to acquire the rights to Tetris. The message was forwarded to the creator, Alexei Pajitnov. Pajitnov was shocked. He'd given up the idea of selling software. Now he had an offer in writing.
Here we go. Let's look at that.
Yes!
Yes, here it
Base
is.
is made up of the blocks, and it goes under the ground. That's just the top of the spires and the Antiquitech and the domes and the ones that are it's supposed to be in the atmosphere up high. How many feet? What level is supposed to be the atmosphere where that zone is?
That looks like a star fort at the bottom.
Exactly, Ray. The star fort, and underneath it, like I was saying, it's a drain. It's water. It's a well. Tetris is a well. I know they just said that in the game, but you know what it is, and they show you on the cover too. It's underneath the Kremlin, like because they're all based on it.
So
it's the thing that gives it its.
Is it
This is just, it's just the top that's above the earth.
Something? Is it anything like weird?
These are all supposed to be 30 feet in the air at least. These ones right here, the
Are
tips.
they worshiping something? What is it?
Tetris.
Robert Stein assured Spectrum Holobyte and Mirrorsoft that he would secure a deal with the Russians, so the two companies moved forward with Tetris. But marketing was a big issue. Tetris was an addictive game, but it was unlike any other game on the market. There was no story or hero. The graphics weren't cutting edge. Phil Adam, president of Spectrum Holobyte, noted that Tetris was the first Russian game to be commercialized in North America. Why not use this to their advantage?
Look at the
He
entire
proposed
building
Tetris
right
be
there.
marketed as an exotic game from the mysterious world behind the Iron Curtain. It would surely tap into the public's curiosity about the Soviet Union. The game was completely reprogrammed to incorporate allusions to Russia. The developers added imagery of St. Basil's Cathedral, Lenin Stadium, and May Day celebrations
So they
all the capacitors. Look at the building.
Look at the building.
in Red Square. They incorporated classical Russian music. They even added a reference to
Classical
Matthias
Russian
Rust,
music.
a West
Look
German
at the
pilot who
print.
flew a small plane directly into Red
world.
Square. He was arrested and charged with hooliganism.
Look at all the bricks.
Ronald Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev
here.
impersonators showed off the
Hey, I'm
game at trade
texting you,
shows.
son.
The Tetris hype
Look at
grew
the
as
R
release
goes
day
right to
approached.
the other letter.
But right before Tetris launched,
Like,
in January of
ow.
1988, Robert Stein received a telex
The letters
message
go
from
right into each
another
other.
organization in Russia. The group accused Stein of selling Tetris illegally and demanded that further negotiations go through them.
There's a lot.
They were known as ELORG. ELORG was short for Electronic Org Technica. The Soviet Ministry of Foreign Trade formed ELORG for the purpose of importing and exporting technology, specifically to other communist nations. But in the 1980s, under the leadership of Mikhail Gorbachev, restrictions on foreign trade with the West loosened. ELORG was now free to seek licensing deals for technology internationally. This included computer software. ELORG learned that some of the researchers at the Russian Academy of Sciences
All right, that's good.
Look at that.
Yeah.
What the
Oh, no,
heck, Ray?
They're gonna keep
Sciences were creating computer programs,
It looks like a
including
battery.
Pajitnov's artificial intelligence software. ELORG met with Pajitnov to see if the program could be sold internationally. During the meeting, Pajitnov casually mentioned Tetris and how he and AcademySoft had trouble getting a licensing deal with Robert Stein.
It's a
Representatives
well.
from ELORG were shocked. Pajitnov and AcademySoft had
up,
no
Kim Ray?
authority to negotiate international software licensing deals. They demanded all the paperwork be handed over immediately. What they learned was incredible. A researcher at the Russian Academy of Sciences was negotiating an international business deal for a video game. Not only that, but it was about to be sold in the West, and nothing had been signed.
Look at the bricks.
From that
Red
point
brick.
on,
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Like, let's go back to that. Oh, I just lost it.
Okay, yeah.
Come on. Why do I keep...
I went into a bookstore today and started talking about Tartarian, and they had no idea about it. They do all
What
old
bookstore?
books.
What happened?
A very ancient bookstore that's near me. I'm going to go back.
Hang on,
what did they say?
More beverage.
What did they say? Oh, there was
They don't know
airships in
anything
that
about
one.
it.
Go ahead.
And I started talking about it, and they were fully listening to me. So I'm going to go back.
It won't show it. I'm like, I could see it.
Ask them
like,
if I can
right
record and stuff.
There it is. Oh,
it's in an old
you
building.
can see
too,
the
so
onion
like-
domes and the red bricks.
but it was about to be sold in the West, and nothing had been signed.
Look at it.
From that point on,
So
Elorg
that used to be in the game, but they took it all out or something.
was in charge of all negotiations for Tetris. They
Oh,
asked
look,
Robert
there's
Stein to
some
come to
numbers, too.
Moscow
Look at
to
the
explain
fountains,
himself.
the gold
When he
fountains.
arrived, Stein said it felt like an interrogation. Representatives from
I'm
Elorg
always
didn't trust
looking
him.
to see what
Why are
the
you selling
worst thing
Tetris without our
was.
permission? They asked.
Right.
I didn't even know your group existed, Stein replied. He held his ground, arguing that pulling the deal now could be an embarrassment to the USSR, as it would make them seem unreliable in the world economy. The two sides went back and forth in what seemed like a never-ending game of tennis.
Submarines. All
Elorg
right,
wanted
all right.
final approval over
thought it
any
was
of the
airships.
games. Stein wanted the rights to all home computer systems, not just the IBM PC. The two sides continued to negotiate. Nothing had been signed. But in the West, Tetris moved forward. On January 29,
Never had Taco
1988,
Bell?
Spectrum Holobyte released Tetris for
Look at-
$34.95. It came in a red box with the word
at the
Tetris written in
Antiquitech
Russian
right
in
there.
bold yellow
The
characters.
sickle.
It stood
Dude, look at the
Look at the moon matches yours.
out from the other games. The Russian marketing angle worked brilliantly. Spectrum Holobyte sold 100,000 copies in the first year. In the UK, Mirrorsoft sold fewer, but still a sizable amount. Then
Look at
again, they
those.
also removed a lot of the
Asian
Russian
game.
imagery from their version. The
when we
reviews
say,
were
I
glowing.
love Atari.
Tetris is so
You're
simple to
actually
learn
saying,
that
I
you'll know
love
all the rules
this
5 minutes
Atari.
after opening the box.
Yeah.
But it's so intriguing to
actually
play
saying
that
that.
once you've started, you'll be
Yeah,
spending
weird, so
many
they
hours
make
in front of the
this
computer
weird
screen.
thing.
So many that you'll begin to wonder if Tetris isn't really part of a diabolical plot
Unknowingly worshiping
hatched in the evil empire to lower worker
It's like,
productivity
what?
in the United States. Dennis Lynch, Chicago Tribune.
It's an evil plot to destroy the United States.
As computer
No,
games
remember,
go,
hey.
it is simple and addictive. Critics say it lacks the guns and explosions and mayhem that appeal to young connoisseurs of American entertainment software.
Yeah.
Then, Soviet software is apparently softline. Peter Lewis, The New York Times.
Tetris fever enveloped the West and was being played at home and at work. Spectrum Holobyte even added a boss key to the game. Pressing the escape button would quickly bring up a blank command prompt. To Spectrum Holobyte and Mirrorsoft, it was a resounding success.
Look at it.
But Robert Stein was nervous. His deal with the Russians was still in limbo. Spectrum Holobyte and Mirrorsoft began...
All right. I got something good coming up. I just want to move along. I want to move along. You know what I'm saying? Out with the old, in with the new, baby. Boom. I'll keep writing verses, fighting curses for what it's worth. It's got its purpose. You only ever dug 8 miles deep below Earth's surface. So I'll sit and watch your trash stream. I heard you had too much caffeine and got a vaccine from Kathy, and your dad screamed and it was a bad scene. Whatever that means. Reality slippier than banana skin. It's the has been, the had been. You're gonna win, not again. Wake up, you're asleep at the wheel, nodding it. Like comparing apples to oranges. Hot is worth a rhyme, and I just did. I do it all the time, and you just witnessed it. And many others, plenty of yous, many brothers run for cover. I remember in high school they used to beat the crap right out of me. The doctor says I need a backiotomy. Must be smoking crackiotomy. Why hasn't that ever been taught to me? Honestly, it would be armed robbery. No use telling the truth to Tommy. Leaves a taste in my mouth like used salami. It's like my whole goddamn world came useless on me. If I'm your daddy, who's your mommy? You lose your army if you choose to harm me. The truth brings true kings. We do things in accordance with our mood swings. So stay stuck in the past. We're moving on to new things. Truth brings true kings. We do things in accordance with our mood swings. So stay stuck in the past. We're moving on to new things.
Gonna keep it going like a fresh cassette. Don't press rewind, not this time, cause I'm going with the big up freshness of my mind, cause I'm connected straight to the source and I'm on my way. So here we go today. Gotta really feel this song and beat, cause you know that it is so neat. Got the Simpsons face, everybody knows they predict this place. Just like the Illuminati card game. Yo, why they doing it? It's all so insane. It's revelation time, yeah, it's hurting my mind. Why can't we just unwind and just live our life alright? Everything is just alright. So whoa, here we go with the flow. Got my bat Lucille, Walking Dead for real. Portland, Oregon, can't you feel they got the masks on their face? And it's such a disgrace. Let me go and just put them in their place, cause I'm tired of this weak ass sauce. Don't you understand? We just bear up the cross. Everywhere I walk, people wanna hurt me, but I don't give a shit, cause I'm gonna hurt them with these words. Flying like a bird, dropping all my white turds like a nerd. Y'all got to understand just what I heard. So, I'm the shepherd, y'all be the sheep. Y'all be looking at me, I can tell that you are a creep. I don't even know what's on your search history, but it's just a mystery when I come and just tell you the truth. I'm up in the booth and I'm giving y'all the proof. Spitting it like pudding, but I ain't Bill Cosby, cause y'all really gotta see that he's like P. Diddy. Wanna come back Woody Witty? I don't even know what's up in his belly. R. Kelly wanna come back now and tell him that it's all just so wild. All of these things we used to see as cool as a child, now it's getting kinda mild or weak sauce dripping. But I know that I'm gonna be just living, cause I'm a Rasta man and I got the Rasta plan. I used to grade and you know that I can, cause I will, cause I got my bat Lucille. And these lyrics, yeah, you're gonna feel. Whoa, what y'all know that the Most High Jah him I let I glow with the Ayah Supreme, cause I'm connected to him in my dreams and in my life. It is alright, cause we're gonna come and just bless up the mic.
Real quick, because this one's quicker. I have something really good, but I'm going to start with this because, you know how we say they probably added a fake 1,000 years, or they manipulated a 1,000 years in the timeline? Well, anyone who does research on it, I like to play, so... There it is. It's in the graveyards. I have it on my videos. The winged cherub.
Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be talking about the winged skull, this gravestone symbol that shows up in a lot of cemeteries that are much older, typically dating from the 1700s and 1600s, also referred to as the death head. Sometimes it's just a skull with crossbones, or other times it's this winged skull, sometimes with crossbones. So I wanted just to touch on this a little.
I'd like to add to that research too. Sometimes it's the winged cherub. It's a fleshy face instead of a skull.
Yes, a bit, because there's a little crossover between some of the other subjects I've been researching. So let's get into it. Now,
it's actually I was making videos on this, like the winged skull, the winged cherub, death's head, and the urn in the feather or whatever. The urn in the. I have it. Been doing it for a while. Urn in the willow.
What's of interest to me, as well as the person who wrote this article, one of the many reasons is because they show up everywhere on the Atlantic coast throughout the colonial period. And if you've watched my videos, you know I'm really interested in the early colonial period. But these are just some of these winged skulls that show up in some of these cemeteries. This is a King's Chapel gravestone on the left here, with added crossbones at the top. And this one on the right is from a Boston gravestone, site unknown, likely Copp's Hill, but just a similar design. And sometimes, like I said, it's just a skull and crossbones. But despite the popular association of the symbol with pirates on gravestones, it signifies death and mortality rather than piracy or danger. Okay, so it's one of these remembrance of death, one of these symbols, and I can get by that. I guess I'm just wondering how it relates to this destructive event I keep talking about, altered history. And this is another one found in a churchyard in, I believe, Charleston, South Carolina, the Circular Church Graveyard. And of course, Charleston is literally built on the top of an early colonial city. And I think this was caused during an event that has been written out of our history. But here's just some more of these from Halifax in Nova Scotia. So east coast of Canada. So they're just all over particularly the east coast of United States and Canada as well. It's interesting because they come to a sudden stop in the late 1700s. So on the American continent, the death's head skull began to appear on simple headstones in 1680 and continued to be used until about 1790. So I'm really interested in these transition points when things stop and we transition to a new way of doing things. And why, again, I'm really interested in the dating of all this, because this transition point comes up a lot, and I want to take you to Madagascar, of all places, to visit the world's only pirate cemetery.
Take us to Madagascar.
The southeast coast of Africa. You have Madagascar, and there is an island just off the coast of Madagascar that is this once a haven for pirates, and they even had their own cemetery. Now, what's of interest to me and us in looking at this is we're told that pirates from all over the world lived in wooden huts adorned with flags that signified which captain's crew they belonged to. So they had these wooden huts, but they are building a cemetery that is lasting hundreds of years. You know, it just seems to not be consistent. What I found interesting about this narrative with this island is that we're told the pirates were off this island by the late 1700s, when the French forcibly seized the island, and eventually it was returned to Madagascar in 1960. So the dating, again, if you look at this whole use of these death head skulls on these gravestones, it comes to an end in the late 1700s. So when I go back to Madagascar and I'm looking at just this whole narrative, I guess it sounds a little fishy to me. And the fact they were kicked off the island eventually by the French right about the same time, at least in our official history, I find that very interesting. So I think there's something to this, in my opinion. And going back to Canada, Newfoundland, again on the East Coast, I was talking about this in another video, something else that comes to an end in the mid to late 1700s, and it's with regards to gravestones. I was talking about how they found these gravestones with these combined letters on some of these gravestones referred to as ligatures. And the use of these ligatures virtually vanishes around the mid 1700s. So again, it's just seemingly something happened is what I'm speculating, is why a lot of this stuff abruptly ended. And even if you look at Scotland, Northern Germany, the French Basque region, they also use these ligatures, these combined letters on gravestones. And you can typically, once again, find it associated with gravestones from the 16 and 1700s again. So I think there's just an overarching connection here, and I find it really fascinating. So I just wanted to touch on this. I might come back to it in a later video, but just some preliminary findings. Now, I just wanted to mention what I found unusual was, I guess Newfoundland apparently was importing some of their gravestones from Massachusetts and in the Boston area. Apparently they're using a similar type of winged skull design, and the person writing this article was just talking about, unfortunately, he hasn't been able to track down a carver or carvers that can be identified as producing this design, but just due to the sheer volume of this style of gravestone in Boston alone, he suspects that they likely worked within that area. So just
maybe you didn't even get one, unless you were Skull and Bones, right? Conspiracy members. They were like, you get a grave.
Well, Conspiracy RS, I'll take over from here. This is my area of expertise. Here we go. So my nickname was Boston Graveyard Guy in high school. Okay, look.
One in Boston?
Maybe it might be the second, but you got two more up here.
Where's that? In
Park Street.
Where?
At Park Street, right behind the church.
Yeah, there's one at Forest Hills too. That's really old. Wow, they're gonna let me in today. See? Everything happens for a reason. I hope I don't fall in. All right.
Yeah, we got it. It's coming up.
Well, it's a nice day, man. It makes sense you'd be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, are you kids there and your wife?
No.
He's already seen. Oh, okay.
No, I was just going. This is in Boston. I was going to pick
Right.
up the
Well,
mail.
still, it's probably like 10 in the morning.
Yeah, it's early. I was going to pick up the mail one day. Exactly, like 10.
Counts, but
yeah.
This is one of the old graveyards there.
This one, it looks like you can make it out. Oh wow.
People don't go out to cause trouble at 10, 9 in the morning, man.
Like one of the oldest.
Oh yeah, I can hear the morning birds chirping.
And I don't want to step on the graves because I don't want to fall in. Honestly, I won't say nothing. It's happened, okay?
Good vibe on this video.
Not here, but look at this. This is like probably one of the oldest graveyards in the world that's left. If I can see anything close by, because look, these graves are really old, man. I might be able to get over to that one. I'm like, look, I'm standing on someone's grave right here. Look at this. It's a small gravestone. Look, compared to that one. What's that one say? Buried the remains of, who's a Topliff who died July 21st, 1771, in the 19th year of her age. She was only 19.
So I'm just trying to show you.
Together, Mrs. Sally Moore.
I've been studying these graveyards.
Parts cropped like a flower, the withered in her
But I'm looking for the
age 20 years.
Oh, this is good stuff, Ray.
All of a sudden it hit me.
This is one of them. But then I went to this one too.
King's Chapel Burial Ground.
This one's older.
1630. John Winthrop.
Alright, so not really anybody that I noticed that's too much. But let's just look at them.
Oh, wow.
It's not. I don't think it's a real graveyard though.
The walkway looks new.
No, eh?
Watch, you'll see the train station's right underneath, and there's a big tunnel that goes through, like a big hole, a well, like a giant. There's no way.
Yeah,
there's no way there's bodies.
I hear you. They were moved. Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh no, this is somewhere else. This is across the street from that one. I think.
Okay.
I'm not
I know
sure.
where you are though.
There it is. Look, there's the head. You see it right on the gravestone right there? So, oh, where'd it go? Right there. Look, there's one right there. And there was one on the other one. Just
Massachusetts.
Yeah, but you see the death's head.
With the wings,
Yes,
almost
you
like a
do.
winged cherub. Good morning, Serious Truth. How you doing? I'm not doing my thing.
I think I'm married to Mason.
There's another one right there on that one. You see, they're on like every gravestone there. Looks like.
Oh yeah, look at his hand, Ray. Look at his hand.
We're gonna get into some Mason shit tonight. I'll show you guys. I got some Mason shit queued on cue. They love when I show up.
Yeah, classy broad, covered up her butt, very nice. Keeping it a family.
Yeah. Well, these are all the tourists. Probably. You know, like these are the tourists.
No, she knew the name of the game. That was good. When the guy's filming, cover your ass.
John Winthrop is also a lawyer. Anybody here a lawyer? No. I think he's probably hiding.
Look at this.
America is actually a nation of lawyers. If you are an American,
Oh wow, it is someone's crest.
whether you want there to be one or not. Lawyers are a huge part of our story today. Lawyers are really good at arguing. Really good at making money.
Lawyers in a
Yeah,
grave.
lawyers are great, huh? What would we do without lawyers?
Huh.
That guy loves lawyers.
Mr. Dino,
he should get a job for the bar association.
He's trying to spit some truth. Look at this.
All 1,000 points of light. I know, it's the light going up.
There's another one. British.
Look,
British.
boom, right there.
Where's the sun, Horus?
Right there. Death's Head. It's every great. So
yeah, another one was Horus and the beams of Horus, right?
Wait, another one?
Where?
The beams on the gravestone before this one. I thought it was honoring Horus.
But this is what I want to make the point of, Morgan. So do you think? Just let me ask you a question. Do you think they really put this? Do you think they really put this Death's Head bullshit on the graveyards back then, or do you think?
What? That's what this is.
Yeah,
these are Masons. So they got a headstone, and so did their wives.
But what I'm saying is, do you think that Boston and the cities that have these old graveyards, historic graveyards, that they're trying to pass off as like tourist attractions and charging people money to get in and shit and go on tours? Do you think that like they just had some artist that they know that makes this type of art do them?
No,
like the same guy. Like, what do you think, Singe? Oh, are you there? Singe, what do you think? You think they just have a local artist that can do this type of art that does these gravestones for them? Make it look old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like make it look dated on purpose. Like there's a guy that's really. They have like a group of people, Masons, that are really good at it.
Yeah, that's probably from the 70s or 80s.
Like make the green shit grow on it and everything else.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
It's just to make a fake. It's just to make fake graveyard to attract people. I can prove it. You think I'm crazy? Watch.
Well,
the bodies aren't there.
Are you calling me crazy? No, I'm just messing with you.
Make one.
The bodies aren't there, but the people are real.
There's no bodies there. Exactly.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. So the people are real, though. You think?
But Elizabeth Holland was real.
You think so?
The name is even correct.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
20-year-old. Blah, 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 blah. Look at this one's an obelisk.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Random obelisk.
It'd be like 10
grand
now.
I think it goes under the ground now. Look at this building. Look how low it goes.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I know a lot of the mud flood research nowadays sucks, but my mud flood research back then, my mud flood research now is good. My mud flood research is legit. I don't know who else you guys have been following, but if you want the real mud flood research, come to me.
Oh, man.
Look at that building, man. Right out of the old world.
There it is. There's another one. Death's Head. So,
I don't know.
So Conspiracy RS wants to tell me about the Death's Head in the Boston graveyard. Come on, I'm the Boston mud flood guy. I don't know why I wasn't in the New World Order, Old World Order movie.
These were probably all ordered graves at the same time,
but they're kinda,
and then they lined them all up.
they're kind of
Okay.
old. I just wanted to see what this place was about.
They were probably made at one time.
There's another one. You can't out Boston mud flood the Boston mud flood guy. You can't.
And they had an order, and they made it. And they
Wait until you see what's about to happen, though. It's gonna blow your balls off.
There's bodies everywhere.
Wow. Look at it.
Dude, this is the back of that building.
Wow.
King's Temple. This is it.
Boom.
There's a bunny.
A bunny.
See, there's a bunny.
A bunny.
Look at how random is that? Just a random bunny
there.
on my stream. Run across. Enjoy it, guys.
It's okay, bunny.
It's peaceful.
I'll feed you.
We like it here.
Thumb
it up. Post it.
So we got
Right
bunnies
time of
living
year.
there, which is crazy.
At the same time it is now.
There'd be bunnies living in the middle of the city.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they breed like
This
bunnies.
thing up here goes like under the ground.
jackrabbits.
This looks creepy. Looks creepy as fuck.
Look, you see that thing I'm walking up to right up there in the corner? Watch, you'll see. It's coming up.
Well, like,
It just pops out like a sore thumb, Morgan. You see it right there? What is that,
Yeah.
Morgan? What is it? What is it, Morgan? What's coming up? Look, another one. Death's Head. Boom. You want to tell me about Death's Head?
sarcophagus. Going under the ground.
Follow the fucking rabbit.
Going under the ground.
Rabbit,
Where you hear the
Look
train
at
and
this
shit.
one.
Yeah, follow the
It
rabbit.
looks like it's someone broke it in with a.
Someone
right there.
busted that shit right in. Boom.
To get into the hydro plant. Everyone must stand alone.
They're trying to ruin me with that fucking song.
I hear you.
What is this?
That'll
What
get
is
clipped
this?
out. What is it? What is it?
Clean up the subway.
Boom! It goes all the way down. You know what it is? You know what it is, Morgan? I discovered it. The first subway vent in America. Ever. This was the first subway, and this was the first subway vent.
Yeah.
And I stumbled upon it.
Goes way down. Dude. Echo. Dude, that goes way down. It's a tunnel. Look,
So if this tunnel goes down through the graveyard, how much in the trains you'll hear the trains come through this? How and the trains go right under the graveyard? How do they have the trains going underneath the coffins that are buried underneath them? You know what I'm saying? Like if
Yeah, but there's still like even if they had 10 feet of ground, I guess.
They don't though. Look.
No, they don't do that. No, I get what you mean. They don't even have that.
Look, it goes down right there. It starts the curve. The trains are right there. They have about 6 feet, maybe.
Yeah, the bodies were probably moved hundreds of years ago, right? You're right.
But they don't tell people that when the tourists come. They say, "This is the grave of Paul Revere is buried here."
Dude, you can hear this.
Samuel Adams.
I'm onto something here. Look, I'm onto something. Hold on. Look at this. Hold on.
He was buried there at one point, so his spirit could still haunt.
So there's somebody
What is
buried
that?
in there.
What is that, Morgan?
Oh, shit! It's a crematorium.
It is?
Right
John Welch.
So.
It must be.
In there.
I don't know
But
what
this
the fuck
goes
it is.
down that
Right
far.
for burning the
So
bones.
where the
so they
fuck
can
is
be
he?
cleaned.
Like,
Dropping them down to the train
somewhere
tracks.
in between.
Sepulture, or when they set them up.
It's crazy. And then
Wait up. So what if they were burning bodies in there and throwing them down that hole?
Catacombs, like.
Something else is going on with this. It's not the fucking first subway shaft. And if it was, why would they leave it there? Like, it's historic to have a subway shaft. Like, what if someone falls in?
And then the train is down there. So what are these bodies? What are these bodies above the train? Like
Don't let it happen
underneath
again.
The bodies. So what happens to when the train goes through? Do the bodies like move around? What the fuck is going on, Morgan?
They dislodge from the roof.
The bodies move around. Look, you hear it?
They dislodge from the roof.
That's the
They're
train
vampires,
down there.
and they're all down
So
there,
there's a
hanging upside
giant
down on
hole
the roof, getting ready.
They just put crazy fencing around, and like, there's no sign around it or anything to let us know what's there. And it goes
you can
underneath
tell.
the graveyard.
Like, monsters live here.
That's weird.
Look,
no
it's got like
explanation for it.
ammo all around there. Like, stab them with one of those things if they try and get out. Grab one.
It's
stab 'em
weird,
with
right,
it.
Stacy? It's fucking weird. Look.
Watch.
Wow. It's terrifying, I bet, at night.
You can hear the train, though. Listen. Hold on, let me put the volume up.
Oh, yeah.
Let me put the volume up. That's what I'm trying to show, like how close it is.
Make sure I get this on right. This is called the King's Graveyard. Look. And then they got that one.
They don't like me, man.
That one.
Like the people that run this shit, when they see me show up, what?
That one says on it, is this place even real? Look at this. They just got, like, old gravestones.
They have
It's like a
gravestones just
tourist
laying
attraction.
around on the side.
Yeah.
It's like when you go out west and you go, like, I don't know.
What's the caretaker
Tourist
supposed to do?
attraction.
And you're like, well, wouldn't they have a place where you set it? Like, with a locked box?
It's like, no, you know what it reminds me of? You know what it reminds me of, Morgan? Out west. Like, there's this place in Arizona called, like,
I don't know. You go there and you mine for like fool's gold. You know what I mean? Like it's like a mine. It's like a fake mining thing for tourists, and you mine
Yeah,
for, like,
El Paso, dude.
there's
Oh,
a
I
few
feel
different
you,
places
Ray.
like that.
I know, especially those skull and bones, the skull
It's like-
part. It reminds me
me of that.
of your El
It's like-
Paso thing.
It looks real. It looks like an old western town and like shit, like little. You know what I mean? And people go.
Oh,
there,
I know, Ray.
I think it's called Rawhide. It's called Rawhide.
Right. Some of them are real, though.
Oh, that's crazy. All right, so look.
Look at it. There's another one. There's another one. Death's
Yeah.
Head. You're gonna come and tell me about Death's Head?
Two
You guys can
angels.
probably see it better than me, but look at that.
Oh, wow.
It's a dude stabbing someone in the back, maybe?
That's ritual, man. Look at
He's
it.
got one of those things. Look.
Look at
He's got
look
one of
at
those
it.
things.
Glow.
It looks like
tech.
Look,
It looks like
it
tech.
has a ball. It has two
Oh,
birds.
wow.
It goes
It could
up.
be a candle.
It has a light and a bulb around it.
That's from
He's got
1690, Ray.
a lamp, a thing to go on top of it.
1690.
He's got electricity right there, dude. He's got some sort of light.
Pardon me, 1672. My bad.
And this dude is behind him, grabbing him or something.
Look what he's
Look
doing
at
to
that.
him. That does not look right.
No, he's trying to stop him.
pointing at the
This
world
dude
with
has a
the-
poker, an
He's like,
arrow
no, get away from
in
me.
his hand.
And he's
And this
pointing to
dude is
the,
trying to grab it away from his hand.
the globe
Oh, and
with
look
the
at the year.
Look at the year.
Look at the year.
1678.
J.
It looks like a
6,
J.
7, 8.
Look.
And that's a prominent J, dude. That's
Orange.
a prominent. That's not a 1 at all.
Nope. That's not a 1.
Wow.
Joseph Tapping, age 25 years, December. That's a crazy one. What's this one?
Maria.
And that's an I right there. Look, I.
That doesn't.
Yeah,
That
681.
looks like a one. Well, they both look like eyes, actually. That's weird.
Strange.
War,
The GMO cookie.
Mafia, Martha.
Martha.
The
Martha!
daughter of something.
So, okay.
She's a good girl. Was her mama.
First governor. Sometimes
Oh,
it says-
wow.
Right there, look. It tells you what the things mean. Okay. Then there was this graveyard that I went to. So these are like 3 completely different graveyards in Boston that have the Death's Head. Look, there it is, Death's Head. A non-religious symbol is a skull. Often, it's not the Death Head. It's Death's Head. A non-religious symbol is a skull, often with wings and other decorative motifs accompanying the Death's Head with an hourglass and the willow and the urn.
Ah.
Okay. Boom.
Cherubs, too.
See, there it is, the willow and the urn right there. You see it? That's on the gravestones, too. That one. They have it on all these old world gravestones. And
Whoa.
the winged cherub right there. That's a fleshy face instead of a death's head.
The winged cherub, yes.
Yes.
Wow, man.
I've done my due diligence.
Yeah.
I go out there and get my boots on the ground going. You know, it's like
Paul Revere's grave. I think I kind of hit the jackpot today with Paul Revere's grave, huh?
On the ground.
Daniel Shannon, age 6.
Here we go. Right here. No.
Trying to zoom in on it. See how that works.
There it is, another one. Death's Head. This is another
Here
graveyard.
lies the body of Nathaniel Shannon, age 68 years old, died August the 27th. This is older than the other graveyard that I was at. He was born in 1655, settled in Boston in 1687, was a naval officer, All right. Cool. And then there's that one. With some kind of fancy shield on it. Or something. It looks like something. I'm gonna take a picture.
Whoa, that looked like it got the compass right on it, right?
Power of AI
to build a compass on it.
Yep.
All right. These look like they probably have bodies in them, like inside. You know? People, yeah, definitely. People put money on top. Look, that's what people do. Oh, well, this one says something. Oh, I found it. No, I didn't. I'm looking for Samuel Adams. Samuel Phillips. Francis. Burial. Yeah, they're in here. These are tombs. These are tombs. And look at this. This looks like a whole family. Look, here's a big one. And then there's like a baby. And what, 2 siblings? Or maybe like a grandfather and a mom and a dad and a baby. Let me see if it says. September 17, I can't even read it. That one, it's got that crazy symbol. They got some crazy symbols that we don't understand. I can tell you that much. They didn't teach us about it in his story class. People think he said the regulars are coming. Depending on.
Yeah. All right.
It that way. In fact, I don't want to bring it on the family. I don't want to bring the Mandela.
This guy. This guy.
Boxy things here. The Puritans always refer to these things as cable tubes, and today historians believe that may have been because they resemble tables. And actually, you would never guess it to look at one of these. Each one of these tombs is equipped to hold over 100 bodies inside. And how does that work? We all get around one of the tombs and lift it up out of the ground. You can see stairs leading to a whole chamber down below, almost
It's mud flooded.
a mini catacomb, if you will, where the coffins are on shelves or in piles or in drawers. And there's some fairly notable people buried in some of these tombs. Like behind us is this tomb with the elaborate coat of arms. That is the tomb of Peter Faneuil, the wealthy merchant who built Faneuil Hall, where we'll end our tour today. This tomb behind you with the...
When did we get into this today? Alright, take me off track, way off track. Alright. So, back to what Conspiracy R Us was saying about these things. Let's see. Putting the research together.
Interesting. These 2 gravestones from the 2 very different settlements in Newfoundland. So just the idea they were even importing some of these stones with the same design, just something of note. And in the same article, the author was just pointing out these different areas, Cambridge, Salem, Halifax, Newfoundland, color-coded, and just how you had a lot of activity in the mid to late 1700s with this particular type of style of skull carving on gravestones. So just wanted to point that out. Now, I want to transition briefly, just give an update on a topic I touched on in a video called Jehovah versus the Star Cities. And once again, in the 1700s, there was this phenomenon on some European coins that featured this 4-letter name, however you want to view that. But I was talking about this in the video, and somebody noticed something very interesting, because I briefly talked about this coin from 1680 from Nuremberg, and it features this name in the cloud sitting above the city. Now, when you take a look at this particular coin close up, and once again, thank you to the commenter for pointing this out, he just noticed how this whole date, which on this coin, instead of being like a J or I followed by the rest of the date, it's actually in Roman numerals. And the Roman numerals actually look off center. So he speculated that this M may have been added in after the fact. And again, M stands for basically 1,000. So that would take this from 1680 to 680.
Millennium.
Get it? No, he's saying the Roman numerals are off. Like, so he
M stands for millennium.
They think they added an M.
That wasn't supposed to be there, or originally wasn't there. So I took it out with Photoshop just so you could see what it would look like. I think actually it's a really good point. because it does seem like maybe that is more centered. So just an interesting observation in the comments. Thank you for that. And I just wanted to touch on, I just did a little more digging on another coin from another city in Germany, Augsburg. And they also had Roman numerals instead of using the I or a J. And if I could kind of see it, it almost looks like this M is a little off the line, but I did another little Photoshop on it and just took away the 1,000 once again. And maybe there is something to this. So I'll be looking into it a bit more deeply, in the coming weeks. So
good, you do that and report back to us. So give me a second. I'll be right back. I need to take another quickie.
Darling, you're such a man. You sure you forgive me?
Every time I clutch the mic, you can see the wheels spinning like a rusty bike. Don't trust my wife, honey, that's enough advice. One wrong move, you can fuck your life. I'm as cold as crushed ice. It's time to go and tuck my knife now. When I shoot, you better duck the fuck down. Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be. Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be.
You sure you forgive me?
Being broke is a career. My life is smoke and mirrors. This ain't the happy stuff that you hope that you would hear. Boston Ray, level head, I never said y'all just ain't ready yet. Monopoly, get off my property for free. Ain't no stopping me, constantly a monstrosity at the top, you see. Boston Ray got bars and jars of flat earth farms in the car. Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be. Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be.
Yo, everything nice when I sing this song. Don't get me wrong, cause I hit my bong like Tommy when it's 420. You got to understand, coming with it plenty. And it's a dose of reality straight from your brain. We're gonna let them know it's all the same. Cause Mandela affected on the mic I selected. Yo, you don't understand until you get with this. Not a flow, everything nice like what you wanna do. Karen B on the Monday Truth Talk. Got the coffee time spitting with your rhyme. I don't need coffee to be full of this. So real, I got love in my heart so I can feel, and I'm connected straight up to the source. And yeah, I love to have intercourse, cause it's so nice when I'm making that love. Just like on the microphone, flowing like a dove, flying in the sky, sending all the branch to the ceiling fan. And you know who I am, Ja. And I got the master plan. We're coming together. I don't need your hate, cause through all the weather we're so much better when we come together. Feeling our feeling, and we know it's the deal, cause we're on the same mission for truth, and that's for real. Yo, so I'm a micro machine. I gotta spit it straight like the man in the dreams. Can I bust my flow? I think I can, cause you see that it is so true and feels so lovely when you're spitting your voice and it's happy and free. Truth time warriors, and that's what I be. The earth is flat, so what you gonna do about it? I'm gonna shout it every day, and you gotta know it's true. Chemtrails up in the sky, but they can't stop the weather. It's the 4th of July. Yo, here we go.
Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be. Motherfuckers think that it's easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be.
Darling, you're such a man. You sure you...
First and foremost, we'd like to thank Ja, our mothers, for giving birth to us in this wonderful community. We love you. Ja bless.
Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? I'm so sorry. What have I done to you? Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? Just like Tommy What have I done to you?
The earth is flat, man, I'm calling up Batman. We waking up the people and bringing it back, fam. The earth being flat is a provable fact. It's time to let them know how we know that. Water always finds its own level. Believing in the globe, you're worshiping the devil. Thrust and combustion don't work in a vacuum. It's a pressurized system, just one little crack through. They tell you it's fact true, but nobody asked you. It's garbage, a crapshoot, it belongs in the bathroom. What type of sun-lapse footage do you got? The sun goes away and turns into a small spot. Dinosaur bones are crushed chicken bones. You might as well shut up and listen though. It's disinfo and misinfo. It's a mission to keep the public misinformed. Come on.
Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? I'm so sorry. What have I done to you? Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? Just like Tommy. What have I done to you?
Still will be your friend, even when you're weak and your knees will bend. You got me wheezy and sneezy and easy then. I'll try to get some sleep again. We pretend we didn't know where we would end when we began. Even more when your days are too long and your life is boring. Looking in the mirror telling yourself it'll be better in the morning. It was like wholesale and a half sale and half sale and a wholesale. Until you got so confused you wound up saying no deal. Hey, nice merch, you got a promo code? He just put the chat on slow-mo mode. And man, I just don't know no more.
Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? I'm so sorry. What have I done to you? Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? Just like Tommy. What have I done to you?
Now sing it with me, come on.
Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? I'm so sorry. What have I done to you? Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? Just like Tommy. What have I done to you?
Here we go. We're back. So this is like everyone's been falling into politics lately. I see everyone falling into politics. So this is going to be good.
We have an interesting video. Now, to be honest, we don't really like talking about politics on this channel.
Me
and we
neither.
plan to keep it that way. But this video has nothing to do with recent events. Although, with everything going on, I thought it would be cool to explore the hidden history of politics.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not going to comment on any of the things that have been happening recently, but I do think exploring the subject from a historical point of view may shed some insight on some of the things happening today, as many find themselves being completely polarized on one side or the other, engaging with the puppet show. We are fed this idea that we, the people, actually have a choice in our leaders, and that someone's going to save us from the elites. And it doesn't have to be black pill to suggest that everything is staged or planned. It sounds depressing, yes. However, it's only when we separate ourselves from the media, regardless if it's mainstream or the opposition, that we can begin to see that what's happening today has been going on for a very long time. I mean, really think about it. Why do you think there are only two parties? You are either Democrat or Republican. But did you know that the Democrats and Republicans used to be a single merged party? We all know the saying, two wings of the same bird. And there is some truth to that.
We try.
But it goes even further. If you suggest that these parties are controlled by the same people in the modern day,
You know, it takes a lot to put this show together, guys. Like, it's not just like we just throw it together like right before the stream. Morgan was doing that piece of his research for a little while. You could tell. Like, then Singeman does all the artwork and all the little clips you guys see pop up. I make all the music. We all make music. Morgan makes music. It's like, it takes a whole group of us. We have Mr. Super Sidewinder. We have everybody. It's like,
you usually get labeled as a conspiracy theorist.
I couldn't
You're
do it on my
crazy
own.
for believing in some shadowy cabal that's pulling all the strings. This has become quite the meme. The Illuminati or Freemasons are in control of everything. Usually this is met with laughter and ridicule from those who are completely engrossed with the mainstream narrative. However, where do you think these ideas came from?
What are we doing
Would it
now?
surprise you to know that the very first real political party...
Hold on. You're going to disappear for a while and then just come back and say, what are we doing here in the middle of politics, Masonic, the occult ritual, the occult meaning behind politics, dude. The occult origins of politics. That's what we're doing. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Head in the game.
Technically, the one with the first real platform was actually the anti-Masonic party. This is a historical fact, and this history usually gets swept under the rug.
Pay attention.
Not too many people are aware of this unless you thoroughly have studied politics, and even then, it's merely a footnote. This history is very surprising because it sheds light into the early days of politics in America, and the origin of all these conspiracy theories.
Yes.
Which are not conspiracies.
No.
They're genuine concerns of elites and corporations influencing what we believe to be a democracy. This isn't new.
Rasta, you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
No, you're just
Rasta.
playing
You're gonna
music,
love the
so
topic.
I'm just...
Rasta.
Music, so
Hey, calm down.
Check it out.
No, you calm down, bro.
Who's he talking to?
It's Uncle Sam.
Calm down.
What's he saying? All right. Rasta. So Rasta, we're doing the occult ritual behind politics.
That's great.
And he's showing how it's a puppet show, how it's fake, and how it's bullshit.
Well, it's fascinating.
And how it's Masonic,
Because all of what I used to go to field trips to Washington D.C. all the time when I grew up in Virginia, and I've been there.
Hold on. One second. Is that Uncle Sam with the old hat with the Mason compass behind it? Come on, dude.
It is.
Go ahead, Rasta.
Yeah. So I went to D.C. quite a few times, and it's a really dark place, a lot of dark energy. But they've got the Washington Monument, which is the phallic, the big ween. That's their big monument, and then the Lincoln Memorial, which is another big statue of Freemasonry. But then the streets are actually, they make a pentagram all the way to Washington, to the White House and the Capitol building and all those. And
we've covered it. But go ahead, keep going.
Yeah,
I'll get it up. Go ahead, keep talking about it.
It's just so wild, though, that the whole deal of our whole country and everything is based on the Masons. Even the anti-Mason movement is the Masons. They started that movement to basically give themselves like an archetype character. When the people who are against the Masons, they're the Masons too, and that's how they operate. It's just like this. They're both two wings of the same thing, and they always give you a dueling, counterpart to always feel like you have an option in things and feel like you're fighting something, when in reality they control it all. And that's what we're seeing right now, in politics more than ever. People are so disillusioned by the candidates that we have right now that it's mind-boggling to see on both sides why anyone would even want any of these people.
Literally the platform of the first real political
let's
party.
See what you're gonna say for that.
Technically, it is the third political party, but as we'll see, the first two did not really have a platform. They were just federalist versus anti-federalist, central government power versus state power. but they had no real message or overall values outside of that. In order to understand this, let's dive deep into the mysterious history of politics in the United States. And let's see if there's any substance to this idea that modern-day politics is simply a puppet show. In the ancient world, politics was already shaping societies and dividing people into factions. In Rome, the struggle between the populares and optimatus reflected tensions between common people and aristocrats. Julius Caesar, a popularis leader, faced off against senatorial conservatives like Cato the Younger. This rivalry eventually culminated in civil war, with Caesar's assassination marking a pivotal moment in Roman political history. Ancient Greece, which we're told is the birthplace of democracy, saw its own political divisions. In Athens, citizens might align themselves with leaders like Pericles, who championed democratic reforms, or more conservative factions that preferred oligarchy. The Greek city-states' political experiments from Athenian democracy to Spartan militarism laid the groundwork for many political concepts that we still grapple with today. Fast forward to medieval Italy, and you'd find yourself in the midst of the conflict between the Guelphs and the Ghibellines. This was a complex web of political, economic, and religious tensions that divided cities and families. The Guelphs generally supported the Pope, while the Ghibellines backed the Holy Roman Emperor. This conflict shaped Italian politics for centuries, influencing everything from city planning to artistic patronage. But what exactly is politics? Politics is the art and science of governing. It involves making decisions that apply to members of a group, whether that's a small town or an entire nation. It's about how power is distributed, how resources are allocated, and how conflicting interests are managed. The transition from ancient and medieval political systems to modern ones was a gradual process, sparked by significant social, economic, and philosophical changes. The Renaissance and the Age of Enlightenment played crucial roles in this evolution. As feudalism declined and trade expanded, a new merchant class emerged, challenging the traditional power structures of monarchy and aristocracy. Now, of course, this is the story we're told on how the common man challenged the prevailing power structures. Enlightenment thinkers like John Locke, Montesquieu, and Rousseau proposed new ideas about government, individual rights, and the social contract. These ideas spread through books, salons, and universities, influencing a generation of political activists and revolutionaries. It was against this backdrop of intellectual ferment and social change that Europe's modern political landscape began to take shape in the 17th and 18th centuries. In England, the Glorious Revolution of 1688 set the stage for a new political order. Two main factions emerged. The Whigs, these were the progressives of their day, wanting to limit the king's power. Think rebels with powdered wigs. They supported constitutional monarchy and believed Parliament should have the upper hand. The Whigs drew support from the emerging middle class, religious dissenters, and reform-minded aristocrats. Then you have the Tories,
the term wigged
the
out
traditionalists
came
who
from?
backed the monarchy.
What's up, Rasta?
The term wigged out?
What does it mean?
I don't know, but it probably came from like this group of the Whigs. They're wigging out.
Yeah, they're wigging out,
and then like the original wigger, like that's the Whigs.
Yeah, man, why you gotta be a wigger for? Wigger. Listen. I know you like Rastafarian music.
Basically the King's fan club. They favored the established order and a stronger role for the monarch. Tories typically represented the interest of the land gentry and the Anglican Church.
And prejudice at the same time.
These factions would evolve into Britain's first modern political parties, setting a precedent for oppositional politics that would influence democracies worldwide. Meanwhile, France was about to experience a political upheaval that would shake Europe to its core. The French...
But when you rap, you sound like a real Rastafarian dude. Like it's crazy. It's like I like it.
We're gonna do more.
The Revolution of 1789 brought radical new ideas about citizenship.
The next track that I'm working on is gonna be fire. I'll show you. If you stick around after the stream, I'll show you it. I'll show you what I'm doing.
Citizenship, equality, and the role of government. As the revolution progressed, two key factions emerged. The Jacobins, these were the hardcore revolutionaries.
This is gonna get good.
A bunch of angry philosophers with pitchforks.
Do you say the jackoffs?
Yeah, the jackoffs. But yeah, what they do is the jackoffs. No, what Mind Unveiled does is they give you a little bit of a backstory. It might be a little slow at the beginning, but then it picks up.
Led by Maximilien Robespierre, they pushed for radical change and weren't afraid to use violence to achieve their goals.
This is all
The Jacobins advocated for a strong centralized republic, universal male suffrage, and the complete dismantling of the old feudal order. Then you have the Girondins, the more moderate bunch. They wanted revolution, but maybe with a bit less of chopping of the heads. Initially supporting a constitutional monarchy, they later backed a federal republic. The Girondins, led by figures like Jacques-Pierre Brissot, represented the interests of provincial France and were wary of Paris-centered radicalism.
Pay attention.
The clash between the factions would lead to the infamous Reign of Terror, demonstrating the volatile nature of revolutionary politics. It's crucial to understand that these political factions weren't democratic parties as we now know them today.
They've got the guillotines now. They've got like 50,000 of them.
They were primarily manifestations of elite family rivalries and power struggles among the upper classes. The common people had little direct say in these conflicts. Whether it was the Guelphs and the Ghibellines of medieval Italy, or the Whigs and Tories of the 17th century England, these groups represented competing interests with the nobility, wealthy landowners, and emerging merchant classes. While they sometimes claimed to champion broader causes, at their core, these factions were about which group of elites would hold power. The idea of mass political participation was still centuries away. These European political developments would go on to heavily influence the formation of political parties in the United States. The American founding fathers, well versed in Enlightenment philosophy and keenly aware of European political struggles, sought to create a system that would prevent the excesses that they saw across the Atlantic while still ensuring a government responsive to the people's will, or so we're told. Because as we delve deeper into these elite-controlled factions, an intriguing connection emerges with the rise of Freemasonry. The first Grand Lodge of England was established in 1717, at the height of the Whig and Tory rivalries. Notably, many prominent Whig politicians were Freemasons, including Sir Robert Walpole, often considered Britain's first Prime Minister. Some historians suggest that the Whigs, with their emphasis on progress and reform, aligned more closely with Masonic principles of enlightenment and brotherhood. In France, Masonic lodges became hotbeds of revolutionary thought, attracting intellectuals who would play later key roles in the French Revolution. The Jacobins in particular have been linked to Freemasonry. We are told that the Phrygian cap was just a liberty cap. However, its roots have deep occult connections and has been associated with secret societies since ancient times. The Jacobins might just be the final act in a centuries-long plot to overthrow the old order. According to Abbé Augustin Barruel, a French Jesuit priest, the Jacobins were far more than just a radical political club. Barruel claims that the Jacobins were the culmination of a vast, intricate conspiracy involving philosophers, Freemasons, and the mysterious order of the Illuminati. A spider's web of secret societies and hidden agendas, all converging on the Jacobin Club in revolutionary Paris. Barruel argued that the Jacobins were essentially a front for this grand coalition of conspirators. They were the adepts of impiety, the adepts of rebellion, and the adepts of anarchy, all rolled into one. The Jacobins were the muscle that finally implemented the long-held dreams of the philosophers and secret societies. While Voltaire and Rousseau laid the intellectual groundwork and the Freemasons and Illuminati worked behind the scenes, the Jacobins took center stage to bring down the monarchy and the church in a spectacularly bloody fashion. But the thing is that Burrell claimed that the Jacobins were using the same secretive hierarchical structure as the Freemasons in the Illuminati. Could the Jacobin Club have been just another lodge in this vast conspiracy, hiding in plain sight? Maximilien Robespierre, the infamous leader of the Jacobins, has been suggested to be a Freemason. While concrete evidence of his Masonic membership remains elusive, many researchers point to compelling circumstantial links between Robespierre and Freemasonry. One of the most intriguing connections is Robespierre's establishment of the Cult of the Supreme Being, this deistic belief system, which briefly became the state religion during the French Revolution, and incorporated symbolism that bears striking similarities to Masonic imagery. Moreover, the very structure and rituals of the Cult of the Supreme Being seem to echo Masonic practices. The emphasis on reason, virtue, and the supreme architect of the universe aligns closely with Masonic philosophy. Some historians argue that Robespierre may have been attempting to create a public version of Masonic ideals through this new cult. Robespierre's political ideologies, his approach to governance, and even his rhetorical style bear the hallmarks of Masonic influence. The secrecy surrounding Robespierre's personal life and the destruction of many documents during the Thermidorian reaction have only fueled speculation.
Hey Mojo, what's up?
The Jacobins' famous slogan, "Liberty, Equality, Fraternity," takes on a sinister new meaning in this light. Could it have been a Masonic code all along, hidden in the heart of the French Revolution? While mainstream historians might scoff at these ideas, Burrell's work invites us to look beneath the surface of the French Revolution. Were the Jacobins really the puppet masters? Or were they themselves puppets in a game that had been played out for decades, if not centuries? While the exact influence of Freemasonry on these political movements is debated and often veiled in secrecy, the overlap between political and Masonic membership is undeniable. As we turn to the formation of the first US political parties, it's crucial to consider how these European political and fraternal traditions, including the possible Masonic influences, may have shaped the thinking of America's founding fathers, many of whom were known Freemasons. As Europe's political experiments were coming to an end, the American founding fathers were taking notes. They cherry-picked the best ideas, Montesquieu's separation of powers, the British Parliament's checks and balances, and the concept of opposing parties. But they didn't stop there. They conveniently mixed in some Masonic principles of brotherhood and enlightenment, sprinkled in some revolutionary spirit of the Jacobins, and topped it all off with the hefty dose of rugged individualism and distrust of centralized power. The result was a political system that looks all American on the outside, but with a European feeling. Sure, we're told it's a carefully balanced republic, mixing elite power with the common man's voice. But what if our founding fathers weren't just inspired by European ideas? What if they were actually bringing over the same secret handshakes and backdoor deals that ran the show in Europe? Think about it. Freemasonry, secret clubs, revolutionary ideas. All that stuff didn't just stay on the other side of the pond. It hopped on the same boats as our powdered wig-wearing founders. So we gotta ask ourselves, did they really cook up this new system from scratch?
No.
Or were they just setting the table for these same old power players?
It's
Just
all
with a new
fake.
menu.
Look at that. That all scene. See, look at that devil. Look, he's got some testicles in his hands.
Oh yeah.
Gross. Like, what's he doing with all those nuts? He's got like, and that one's.
He's got nuts. He's got nuts in there.
And that dude's like, "Why are you leaking your nuts all over my arm?"
And because Samson had to
That
grow
many of our
the foreskin
founding
of all
fathers
those
were
foxes.
But just how deep did this influence go?
Wanted that many foreskins.
George Washington, the OG Mason president.
Gentry,
He was initiated in 1752 and even laid the cornerstone of the U.S.
Well,
Capitol in full Masonic
now
regalia.
now they wear full face masks.
Washington even invoked a great split in the sky when he founded a city that would bear his name.
Jim Carrey, I troll him
Benjamin
on,
Franklin.
online.
What?
I troll Jim Carrey on Instagram. I'm like, so for real, are you Joe Biden? Because they're both the same height. They're both 6'2". And
you think Jim Carrey is Joe Biden?
yeah, he actually played Joe Biden a couple times in Saturday Night Live before all this theory happened. So like, there's so much that like.
But wait a, if he played Joe Biden, then how could he be the Joe Biden? There was already
Well, because they replaced Joe Biden. There's a big theory that Joe Biden has died. There's a theory that there's at least 5 different versions of Biden, but the current version, a lot of people, like even like Flecka's Talks and other shows, have alleged that Jim Carrey is in fact playing Joe Biden right now.
He could be. I mean,
with the latex mask on. They're both the same height, and he's already played Joe Biden in Saturday Night Live. So they're.
I'm gonna say I'm on the fence about that one, but maybe.
It wasn't just a kite flyer, even though that painting does have Freemasonic symbolism. In fact, he was a Grand Master Mason who helped write the constitutions of the Freemasons. Oh, and what's up with all those bodies under his basement?
Yeah,
John Hancock, who probably practiced his signature at Masonic meetings.
Hancock.
Paul Revere, when he wasn't warning about the British, he was serving as Grand Master of the Massachusetts Grand Lodge.
There he was.
John Paul Jones,
I used to work there.
the father of the American Navy,
Paul Jones, wasn't
was
he
raising
one of
sails
the,
in Masonic degrees.
The members of Led Zeppelin.
Lafayette, the French hero of the American Revolution, was initiated by none other than George Washington himself. He was also interested in mesmerism and introduced it to George Washington. But wait, there's more. So many notable Masons from this era, and that's not even considering the ones who kept their affiliation secret. The Masonic influence is everywhere. In our history, and in our monuments. Why is the Washington Monument an obelisk?
I've been up in that thing.
A giant Masonic symbol in the heart of DC?
And like I had a little, and like
why
they
is the Great Seal of the U.S. an all-seeing eye above the pyramid?
Memorabilia statues you could take
Masonic
home
symbols
with it.
right in our faces.
Like
Literally, that's what our state seals are. Take a closer look and you'll find it's just all Masonic imagery. From squares and compasses to columns and all-seeing eyes. It's a secret code hidden in plain sight across the entire country.
It is, and now they've got
So
the
let's begin
Federal
with the first
Reserve,
political parties in the United States.
and they're crashing.
Okay,
the
so it's
stock market right
1787, and the Founding Fathers are gathered around a table, kind of like a really tense Thanksgiving dinner. Under the table, many of them are wearing Masonic aprons. On one side, we've got the Federalist. Their star player is Alexander Hamilton.
Nice.
Historians insist that he was not a Freemason.
Mormon underwear,
However,
too.
evidence shows that he visited Masonic lodges, which only members
They're
could do.
doing it.
Strangely, even though he was married, apparently he lived in the grip of powerful attractions to other men. I wonder what that means.
Yeah.
Apparently, a lot of the Founding Fathers had a strong attraction to men. Even George Washington.
Yeah.
Which no surprise
Like,
if you know
you
some
think
of the
I just saw
secret
that first
rituals of the
statue, just said
Masons
that,
during the
making it
18th
up, and then
century.
just followed suit?
Then there's John
That
Adams,
universe works?
who's often depicted as feisty and
Is he gonna
opinionated.
cover all the first ladies with men?
Funnily enough, historians
I can
again
cover
suggest
it,
that he wasn't a Mason. However, John Adams was in fact a Freemason member of the St. John's Grand Lodge in Boston, Massachusetts. On the other side, we have the anti-federalist. There's Thomas Jefferson. While historians often dismiss claims of Thomas Jefferson's Masonic membership, his relationship with secret societies is more complex than it appears.
Yeah, of course.
Jefferson was a confirmed member of the mysterious FHC Society at William and Mary College, a group so secretive its full name remains unknown. Intriguingly, he showed a keen interest in the Illuminati, defending their founder Adam Weishaupt in a letter to Bishop James.
The Flat Hat Club. What the fuck is the Flat Hat Club? I'm trying to get back to that. Man, I lost it.
Even drew parallels between the Illuminati's goals and those of Jesus Christ, suggesting a deeper understanding of esoteric philosophies. Republican parties, though not directly. The Anti-Federalist, and they're basically all Freemasons. The Federalists were like, we need a strong central government to keep this country together.
So it was just.
And then the Anti-Federalist.
So basically, I think I skipped a little bit of it, but.
Have you ever heard of a cannabis suppository?
No, is it
something new.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like 100 milligrams. It's this app. It's 100 milligrams, and you boof it.
You just couldn't help yourself.
That's gross.
Federalists were like, "Whoa, big government. The
I
state
bet
should
it
call
really
shots."
does the trick, though.
But here's the thing: were they really against centralization, or did they just want a different kind of order? They were all fighting over who gets to be team captain for the new country, all while playing the rules that they might have learned in the lodge. This rivalry eventually evolved into America's first official political parties. On one side, you've got the Federalist Party.
That makes sense. So
Their motto might as well be, "Trust us."
So all the different political parties are all different Freemasonic groups.
Yeah,
We
they
know
all
it's-
are. Even Robert Kennedy, you know, who's like running as an independent, or he was going to run as a Democrat. But did you hear about that story today that came out where he dumped like a dead bear in Central Park? And it was all over the news today. Like it was 10 years ago that it happened.
Huh.
But it's a really wild story.
What is it?
He dumped a dead bear cub in Central Park in New York.
It's gross. Why?
Because he got it and he was gonna skin it or something. He said, but then he got drunk and they were going to the airport and he didn't want to leave it in his car because it would stink, and so he had to ditch it, and so he dropped it off in New York in Central Park. And
they caught him.
Well, no, they didn't catch him. There was a big news story on it 10 years ago, like 20 cop cars and all this, and it made like national news. But then, he got away with it. But then someone had found out about it, and they were going to drop the story. So he got ahead of the story and dropped it, I think, on Roseanne or something. I didn't see the Roseanne, but. Some interesting stuff, and that's just that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, these politicians are all getting super trashed, on all the substances and all the different prostitution rings that happen in DC, and not just that, but like at the Republican National Convention, like the amount of conservatives that are on this app that's called Grindr, which is like a homosexual app for linking up and just like having little rendezvous. Like they were showing the amount of people that were at the Republican convention that had the app on at the convention. And it was like a good percentage of the conservatives that were there all had this app. And it just shows how hypocritical they all are. Like they say one thing, but then like they're no different. Neither side of them. They're both the same.
Yeah.
Century.
Yep.
Because they learned in their secret meetings, right?
Yeah.
Their hobbies include creating a national bank, hanging out with rich people, and wearing powdered wigs. Oh, and of course their lodge meetings. On the other side, there's the Democratic Republican Party. At the time, it was known as the Republican Party. However, this is not to be confused with the modern Republicans. The Democratic Republican Party was a single entity that later split into the modern Democratic and Republican parties, though not directly. The Democratic Republican Party's motto was "Power to the people and the states." But which people? The initiated? These guys loved praising farmers, criticizing the British, and using Masonic networks to spread their message. The big picture here is that America apparently started out trying to avoid political parties, but ended up creating a two-party system in a very short period of time. It seems like they intentionally invented political drama, and we've been binge-watching ever since.
Yeah, they do it on purpose.
I was watching Jay Dreamer earlier because he did a live stream, and he was doing a real interesting breakdown of 21 Pilots, like one of their music videos.
Yep.
And all these old world maps that were in their videos and stuff. And it was interesting because like then I started driving to the grocery store to go do an Instacart with my daughter, and I decided to turn on the 21 Pilots on my Tidal as I was going on the way, and so I turned it on, and the song "Heathens" came on, you know, and it's like, all my friends are heathens, take it slow. And then so I listened to that song, and it was still playing as I pulled in the grocery store parking lot, right? And then I go in the grocery store and I start walking down the aisles, and I get down like the second aisle of the grocery store, and all of a sudden on the overhead in the grocery store, that song starts playing again.
Wow.
The Heathen song.
Simulation.
And I was like, what the frick is going on here? And yeah, it's definitely the simulation. It's you know, and that explains our political parties, you know, deeper than anything, is that, you know, it's the simulation that has basically built both of these parties up and the whole system in general. And that's what I was listening to this other podcaster earlier today named Elizabeth April, and she basically she, you know, can remote view and channel information.
Hold on one second. One second. Carol just donated $5, so that's awesome on Venmo. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. And
oh, that's nice of you, Carol.
Yeah, it goes a long way. God bless you for that.
That's really awesome. I'm thankful that people do that.
Yeah, if anyone else wants to support, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. You can also support through the channel. You can join the channel for like $2-3 years and get access to members only stuff and custom emojis, and or you can donate through YouTube or buy me a coffee. There's a buy me a coffee where you could donate through that, or you could donate through buying merchandise from Teespring. So there's a bunch of ways you could support the channel and support the show. But we appreciate all the support.
Hey, Ray and Roger, I love you, brother. I've had a good time, but I don't want to end up falling asleep on the late night, so I'm going to say goodbye.
All right.
Hey, before
good to see you, Morgan.
Yeah, before you, yeah, you can go, Morgan. Thank you. Hey, Morgan, thank you. I love the Tetris idea. Love it. You're definitely on it. It's brilliant, and you're ahead of your time.
We gotta get you on one of our True Kings tracks, Morgan.
All the clocks run backwards, slowly choking out my lungs, throwing all the stones around me until all that's left is one. Youth and age haunt me nightly until their master's work is done. Give to all just what they're asking, while sex and death is all flesh once. And while I've got angels all around me,
Okay. So I'm gonna let this play for a little while and talk to Rasta for a
And
minute.
that's that.
Yeah. So
That's what
that was Morgan's song, by the way. It's a nice song. I play it all the time.
That was a lovely song.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of like Johnny Cash.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He has his own sound, and it's kind of sometimes I can tell it's from like the '90s. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does sound kind of like what's that one band? I'm trying. Yeah, it does sound like a '90s band. Huh? Like yeah. There's that one. I'll have to think about it. And I know I've got it right at the tip of my tongue, but I wasn't really super into listening to a lot of the '90s bands, but we just heard them all the time, like Pearl Jam, and I just
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Pearl Jam, they're huge. They're big. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll let this play for a minute. It's gonna get good.
Yeah.
I sped it up a little.
Yeah.
Interestingly, the era of good feelings all revolves around the War of 1812, which seems to be the point of a great reset in the United States.
Oh, all right.
This conflict,
And that's
often
what
overlooked in our history books,
that's what
might have
we're
been more
entering
pivotal
into
than we're led to
right
believe.
now.
What's up?
Is another great reset of the United States and the whole world.
Yeah. That's what's going on.
Because like the War of 1812 was anytime that the globalists or the controllers or their plot is being revealed to the people and people are waking up too quickly, they pull out the war card and just burn it all down. And so, I mean, today, they're even referring to what happened today in the stock market as a crash, because it's like the beginning of a massive economic crash that's coming. Not to mention, we've got these wars that are going on in Syria, in Iran and Israel, and then like the Venezuela thing with the new president there. Like I heard him talking about like the president that is in power is already talking about putting all these people in re-education camps and crazy shit like that. And then on top of that, we've got these riots and shit going on in London and Great Britain right now over all the migrants there. And we're seeing some fireworks happening. It's getting really entertaining out there in the simulation. And the greatest thing about the
satellite lies, pictures they fake. NASA got funds, but truth's at stake. Distance arises too far straight. Get off the globe, it's all a big bait. Flat earth wisdom, save off the myths. Liberalize, seeing no curves like this. Brainwashed crowd, lost in the mist. Shout out the facts, break from the twist. Oceans mirror smooth in the sun. Curvature none, illusions they run. Globe try to ponder the law. Dig through the lies, find in the core. Airplanes level, pilot minds sway. Same altitude, all damn day. Spinning wild stories, spin them no end. Flat truth hidden, minds need mend. Flat earth wisdom, save off the myths. Liberalize, seeing no curves like this. Brainwashed crowd, lost in the mist. Shout out the facts, break from the twist. Break from the twist. Break from the twist. Break from the twist. Break from the twist.
So you know what that is, right?
Break from the twist.
No, Rusty. You know what that is? That's a recording from this morning. Mike THC sang that in the shower this morning and recorded it in the shower. That was Mike THC sings that song every day. Truth is Hour of Comedy. He sings that every day in the shower in the morning. But today, he recorded it and uploaded it.
Yeah.
That's what that was. That was him. That was his
Yep,
voice.
that was.
100%.
It was
100%
fascinating.
him. I like it. I mean, it's not the same as this one.
Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? I thought you knew about it. Would you rather do without it? The earth's a center, the sun and moon moves around it like a clock. Can you hit a moving target with a rocket? I'm not hard to get along with, just take a bong hit. Do you serve up any content? The stars are constant. You want a consolation for it? It makes me vomit. We never do get hit by comments. I know you want it, just leave another useless comment. NASA lost it. The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. You know it's flat. And there is a bunch of us. The globe is munching on a bunch of snuffleupagus. You think it's cute? Then why not cuddle up with us? We know it's flat. Why you making such a fuss? My supper was the fucking best. That's just because the earth is flat. It hit me like an uppercut to the nuts. The earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. There's a Russian with the crew. Don't forget to brush after your food. Asteroids and asteroids too. The earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat and there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. What you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. It's fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat.
No negative feelings, Travis Show.
The earth is flat.
We love Mike. We love Mike. We love THC. He did it to bust my balls, so it's all good. It's just we all joke around with each other, Travis. It's not negative. Nothing negative. We're just busting balls.
That's right.
Just busting some balls.
Twisting the titties.
Twisting the titties a little bit. Having a little bit of fun. All right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah. It's almost past my bedtime though. I gotta.
Yeah. You want? You know what? Let's just end it. I
gotta get up early and go on my.
We got things to do. We got places to be.
Try and go and run in the morning.
We love you all. Yeah.
Work on.
Shit to do tomorrow. I have shit to do tomorrow.
Work on some music maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna finish that new song.
Come out with a brand new track.
Hang out for 1 second so I can show you something. All right, and I'm gonna show you the new track right now while I got you here.
All right.
All right, but not live. We gotta do this backstage. See, this is the type of magic that happens backstage, guys. Life in general. Yeah, life in general. I was talking about my THC. No, we love Mike. He's awesome. All right.
Yeah. And that song he made was AI generated, which I'm not done. AI.
But all right, so you want to know the real story? This is what happened. Mike made that song on the AI. He named it the Flat Earth Anthem to bust my balls. That's what happened. You know, he's funny.
Well, I don't know. He said in his comments that he didn't even name it the Flat Earth Anthem.
It came out named that?
Yeah,
with the AI. The AI spit it out there.
Yeah, that must be
Flat Earth anthem.
Yeah, that must be what the AI. I don't know. I don't know what all they plugged into the AI. I mean, we'd have to get his whole story on it.
No, but I believe him if he said that. That's crazy.
But yeah, I think that's really interesting though. That
is.
But I mean, but at the same time though, he posted it like it was his song that he wrote it.
Yeah.
And then you came to the conclusion that it was AI. I just feel like if you're gonna put out an AI song, you should tell people that it's AI, as opposed to just being like, "Yo, check out this new song I made." Like I wouldn't do that personally. You know, I write all my stuff and I freestyle a lot of it, and I might be part of the simulation. I don't know, but I feel like I'm not.
I still think that even though it was AI generated, it was still a pretty good song.
I thought it was decent. I thought it sounded like the Kid Rock, the ball with a ball, the bang, the bang, diddy, up suck the boogie.
Well, we did it. I mean, we gave it.
But I mean, it was, you know, I just don't. I don't know. AI weirds me out, and I feel like we got too much of it going on anyway. Especially, you know, the fact that I really think that we're in a simulation. I think that either, you know, that we've all got sucked into the simulation, or I don't even know if anybody else is real. Honestly, I could have died so long ago, you know, and not ever know. Same with any of us. Like we could have, you know, died in our sleep, or you know, got in a car crash or something, or we, you know, it could have been a simulation all along since we've been here. But I mean, the thing is, it doesn't matter because I don't know, we still feel. But I mean, honestly, like, because I quit smoking weed a while back, and my dreams that I have are so intense. Some nights where like I have to, like, honestly, I have to like think about if like my dream was real, or if I'm awake now or whatever. Like sometimes I'll like the other night, like I answered the phone in my dream, and I swear I had like this conversation on the phone, and then the next morning I had to wake up and check my phone to see if I talked to that person, and I didn't. It was all in my dream. And so like what's going on in our dream world, you know, we're trying to figure that out, but we're moving from like the 3D into the 4D and the 5D right now. And so like what we're experiencing is like on a daily basis is a high vibration of energy and a low vibration, and we're bouncing back and forth between it. A lot of us are really drained right now, you know, like physically and emotionally, and really, you know, it's hard to find motivation to do things because, you know, but especially with these X-class solar flares that are coming off the sun right now, they're sending down multitudes of energy, and it's all part of like I say, the simulation. But we're shifting in dimensions in the simulation, and us, even those of us who are starseed light workers who were put here for this time to basically do away with the old system and to help usher in and to bring about the new system, to basically show people how to usher it in properly, because that, I feel like, is a lot of our purpose here. Certain ones of us that, you know, we chose to come back during this time to be a part of this. You know, we've cycled through multiple times before, and, you know, we've been a part of this so many times before, but it's still confusing to us because like we didn't come here remembering how to do all this stuff, and there's no manual to it. So like we're just trying to navigate it just like everyone else. And so the best way to do that is just to, you know, stay on course, you know, take care of your family and your work and everything else, and just try not to focus on all this madness that's going on in the world right now with all the, you know, the economy crashing and all the world wars and all that, because, you know, they want us to pump out cortisol so that these draconian reptilians can feed upon us. And so it's important to not focus on those things. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of excited about all of it. I mean, this is a confirmation that all the things that we've been saying for years are going to happen are actually happening now. And so, you know, like we are being vindicated in all of our theories, and all of the things we've said were going to happen are all happening all simultaneously right now, all at once. And it's really becoming very powerful. And the great thing about, being, not having very much money. I mean, I've got enough money to barely pay my bills every month, but the greatest thing about not having money when the stock market's crashing and stuff is like Bob Dylan, said, in the song, how does it feel to be on your own like a rolling stone? He's like, when you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to lose. And so that's the beautiful thing about it. It's like a lot of people are really, it's going to be very heartbreaking for them because they're very attached to all their worldly possessions and all their vanity and all the, the things. That's what defines them. What's up, Daryl? Yeah, that's what defines them as, their entire character is based upon all of their little trinkets and cars and houses and all that they've got. And so when all that just comes crumbling away, most people have nothing at that point. They don't have an identity because they haven't taken time to truly find.
Hold on. Here's a quick word from our sponsor.
All right.
Oh, a real country breakfast, the best you ever tried. Pick up some Flatter Farms breakfast Bud Bites.
Flat Earth Farm Breakfast Bud Bites. Made with the best cuts of bud. Just like at home. Packed full of fresh country flavor. From the skillet to your plate. Tasty breakfast Bud Bites.
Tasty breakfast Bud Bites from Flat Earth Farms. Try some today.
Available at all purveyors of fine products near you.
I see the sun that is rising. I see it as it goes away. I see a Flat Farm rising. I see it changing everything. The world don't spin around tonight. That should make you feel alright in the Flat Farm rising. I hear things are really growing. I know I'm growing lovely. The tractor, hear the roots is growing. Sun comes back, it's shining down on through. Yeah, the world don't turn around tonight. That's messing with your mind. It's the Flat Farm rising. Don't turn around tonight. Messing with your mind. It's the Flat Farm rising. Hope you got your facts together. Hope you're prepared for all the night. Looks like they're all in this together. So are we, and the truth is on our side. Please don't spin around tonight. Close your eyes, it's the Flat Farm rising. Oh, it's not spinning out of sight. It's never when you fly. It's the Flat Farm rising.
All right. So, you want to get out of here, Rasta?
Yeah. I gotta step out to the.
All right.
The dream.
Hold on, let me give one last shout out and get out of here. All right, let's see who's here. We have Travis Joe. We have Taro Davis. We have Jency. Thank you for coming. We have.
Is Hugh up there, Daryl? I saw Hugh hanging out with Sue Finelli, and he posted a video saying he was on his way, and Yeah.
Travis Joe, Dave the Damo.
It's the Damon.
Morgan.
What's up?
Everybody, posted, I guess. I don't know what to say. Thumb it up. One last thumb up. 1982. Kim Ray.
Oh, yeah, the Jim Carrey clip. Yep, old Jim Carrey.
What, you got it up?
The Truman Show. What you saying?
Oh, no, I don't know. I thought you had a clip. All right. Well,
No, I don't have any clips.
We're getting on here.
We get it yet.
Do you ever have one of those days? You know, one of those days when you just don't even want to get out of bed that day. So you just lay in bed. One of those days where you just don't even want to wake up. You don't want to get up. You don't want to do a damn thing. Sometimes I just want to close my eyes and fade away. I wish I was a kid again. Sometimes I talk with the old Ray that died away. I just want to live again. Sometimes I just lay in bed all day and sleep my life away. I hope God is listening. Sometimes I just turn everything off and isolate. I just ain't fitting in. I wish there was a way to test if the sun were 93 million miles away. Just ain't believing it. Oh, I wanna go back to sleep again and close my eyes and close my eyes.
I'll give a damn about your programming, man. You don't know me from a ham sandwich. 9/11, yeah, we know the man planned it. I studied Earth, and the Earth ain't a damn planet. Austin, tough to do a dab with no dab stick. But yabba dabba do, Ray, your rhymes are mad sick. My lighter ran out, hand me the matchstick. And you'll never ever see a rock flow like mad rhymes of venom. Attack 'em with the pen and end. There's no pretending. You my friend till the end. Truth king, truth is, you wanna know what the truth brings? Me, these raps in accordance with my mood swings. So stay stuck in the past, cause I'm moving on to new things.
Sometimes I just wanna close my eyes and fade away. I wish I was a kid again. Sometimes I talk with the old Ray that died away. I just wanna live again. Sometimes I lay in bed all day and sleep my life away. I hope God is listening. Sometimes I just turn everything off and isolate. I just ain't fitting in. I wish there were a way to test if the sun were 93 million miles away. Just ain't believing it. Oh, I wanna go back to sleep again and close my eyes and close my eyes.
True kings, it gets lonely at the top. You know I don't believe in the globe no more. I don't keep track, I just know the score. I don't talk trash till I'm sure. I write these raps when I'm totally bored. I'm the guy everyone tries to ignore. Style so fresh you try and buy at the store. We can bring them boats back from high on the shore. My flow's so hot that I'm frying the boards. So much money you try to afford. Debunking the globe is a sport. I'm blasphemous,
Rapping, I'm a naturalist. Scratch at this, past that tiff, light a spliff. I don't care how high we is, I'm writing this. Rhyming fast as lightning is, I'm a titan. I will bash you with my giant fist. I'm rapping natural, I will pop you like an aspirin capsule. Blast right past you, everybody's laughing at you. As I sit and bitch, press the test of time. None of y'all cowards can touch my rhyme. You can't scuff my shine. You motherfuckers don't know I am loco. Say I won't go to your house for show. Knocking down the door, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Since the solar eclipse hit, he's making predictions. You pass him that shit, kid, he's taking like 6 hits. I just seen you pull that mask down to take a sip of your drink. Breathing backwards is like trying to take a shit in the sink. What are the kids gonna think? Growing up in a world where individuality isn't a thing. No, I don't believe in the globe no more. I don't keep track, I just know the score. I write these raps when I'm totally bored. I'm the guy everybody tries to ignore. My style's so fresh you try and buy at the store. We can bring the boats back from high in the shore. I'm worth so much money you can try to afford. Debunking the globe is a sport. Sing it, bitch. Basic, we living in the Matrix. NASA fakes it. Test the rap, I aced it. Spaceships don't take space trips. It's ridiculous and dangerous to our minds. Watching the Challenger explode at 8-6. In school eating Lay's chips. As my day shifts, I'll take the night. She said she likes it like this. I got words to play with. Read about it on page 6. I ain't been the same since I saw the earth is a flat disc. Now I get blackballed and blacklists. Fantastic, you globally flatulent. Your wife looks African and masculine. I knew it was a matrix since the Ford logo changes. Earth is flat like old soda pop. The moon is not a floating rock. Control the block, don't blow the spot. That was a warning shot. Sing it, bitch. Give it, give it, give it your soul. 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 Give it, your soul. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Say, so much trouble in the world today. When you see the simulation, everything is okay. You can call me Rasta, even Andre. Cooking up the pasta with no delay. Portland, Oregon is the place where I play. Even when it's raining, I go out and say, hey, we got rivers, breeze, and trees. Everything now when you know I'm in need. I just get the weed
from the corner store. Oh yeah, cause we got even more than you could even imagine. And you know it's the best, cause I just gonna have to puff out my chest. I don't need no ego though, cause it's been depleted. Everything now but the mystery's completed, cause I know the truth why I'm in the booth, cause I gotta come and just give it to you. Dr. Hawthorne, yeah, that's my name. Head of the nut house, they think I'm playing a game. Sovereign, yeah, my soul's intact. Bob Marley has returned, as a matter of fact. Shot the sheriff, no, I don't need no gun. Using my chainsaw is much more fun. Or maybe my bat, her name's Lucille. Think that I won't? Yeah, I probably will. I don't need no redemption when I'm singing this song. Sandy knows the hook, she's probably singing along. I don't condone violence though, because that shit's whack. I'd rather hit him with the music, as a matter of fact. When the music hits, it may cause you pain, or ease your mind like Prince Purple Rain. I don't wanna sit and wait in vain. Your political circus, it is hurting my brain. I'm a sofa king, like an eagle I'll soar. I manifest to be the best, my chakras endure. I don't need medication, cause I'm feeling just fine. Lively up yourself with your spiritual wealth. Quit eating sugar, cause that shit's bad for your health. It's no wonder you're sick. Liking the look in your fridge is straight up disgusting what they fed to you as a kid. Cause you can't stop me no matter how hard you try. Go ahead and call the cops, they probably smoking too. I will give it to them, take a big puff, blow it in the sky, yeah you know it's enough. We're gonna do it, pursue it every day and night. Late night live, yeah we're gonna get it right. Keep it so true, yeah just for you. All of these things, hip hop, what we pursue, we so much trouble in the world today. When you see the simulation, everything is okay. You can call me Rasta, even Andre. Cooking up the pasta with no delay. Portland, Oregon is the place where I play. Even when it's raining, I go out and say, hey, we got rivers, breeze, and trees. Everything now when you know I'm in need, I just get the weed.